Let's do a cheers to the Sobeys and Safer Liquid Beer of the Week podcast.
Be right again.
I love you guys.
Careful, that cake's hot.
Definitely turned me up.
It's the 6 o'clock check-in. Come on, let's go. It's the AM Nasty Big Hello. It's my static AM radio. It's the Cool and Red Hot Nielson Show. Let's go. Everybody tuning in, even my wife.
Mommy likes too.
And those Macromella intros are cutting like a knife. Hey, it's Mitch texting in, he's your dealer for life. Let's crack a 6 o'clock and lager with some sirloin bites.
Good morning, AM Nasties. What's up? Dusty back with you again. Lieutenant Eric not in today. It's Tommy the Wrench. Morning, the Wrench. What's happening, my man?
I'm super excited about this. I was so pumped up. Good morning. It's so nice to be back.
my favorite thing. I mean, let's just get this. So I pull up. Your car's here.
Yes.
Trev's car's here.
Yes.
I come walking in. Trev's sitting here in the corner doing work, getting ready for the show. I come walking into the studio and I go, "Morning, boys," because I thought you'd be sitting here. And I'm like, "Huh? Where's Tommy?" And I looked at Trev. I said, "Where's Tommy?" And Trev's like, "Well, I saw his car. Where is he?" And I turn around and you're sleeping on the couch.
Yes. It's Monday.
Anyway, great way to start the day. Great way to start being back. It's nice to it's nice to be back. I'll be completely honest with everybody here. I would have rather slept in and not talked today, but I just never thought about that at the time. I was just like, I'll just be back in at work on Monday morning. And but I'm excited to be back.
Yeah,
it was tough being not doing anything last week. And you've been gone for a couple weeks.
Yes.
So
yes, circumstances. I was like, I have to get down to the studios and I just be ready because this, like the morning show, Dusty, at 12:60, I would fill in for you and I'd be like, okay, when do I get there? And Rick and I would, Rick would get there before me and I want to be there when Rick was there. And so there was this routine that was built and then it's very similar here, but I was like, okay, just shower up. Like I just got home. I literally just got home a day ago and I'm like, just shower and go to the studio and sleep on the couch. And I hear about him and he's like, I like the couch. It's good and this and that. And I'm like, it's home. And there was a bit of FOMO, I have to admit.
Really?
Like, I was in Phoenix and I was watching you guys. I would try to get into the nasty chat before I had to go to the rink. Same in Coeur d'Alene and kind of excited to.
I know, it's nice, right?
Yeah. And you and I had to fill in for you back in the day.
Yes.
Even when we started this station out almost a year ago, I was filling in for you, and now it's kind of like I get to work with you in the morning.
Yeah, we haven't done a morning show.
No,
I mean, we do Oil Stream all the time, but yeah.
It's kind of neat. And I've been chomping at the bit, and I'm excited to be back. I know we got to work together yesterday, but that was different. It's different when we do football games together.
Way different.
Yeah. And this I'm like, okay, just go to the station, have a nap on the couch, and we'll be ready when everybody's ready to rock. So great to be back, actually. Like FOMO, super real.
Well, not anymore. now you're Hirmo.
Yeah, I know.
So we got that going for us. But
I've got a 14-hour day coming up.
Like we got we got to get ready for the handsome man draft. That's what we have to get ready for.
Yeah.
Jimbo over on YouTube. This is man. I hope Matty Iwanek doesn't read this. Audio sounds different today in a good way. Am I crazy? What's different? And I would say that as well. Even like I can hear it. Like I don't have to be eating my mic. It's better from further back.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you noticed this because Matty Iwanek was in over the weekend and switched up the audio board. So we've taken the board from the Hangout studio, put it in the main studio because he thinks it'll work better with these mics. And by golly, I think Matty Iwanek was right. What a clutch move. Now we're he's gonna come in there and be like, well, things sound a lot better here now, don't they? I guess it was right to
don't
switch
give
the
him
board.
too much credit.
No, as soon as he does, I said, good. You should have done it 9 months ago.
I know.
That's what I say. You know,
Well,
let's not be honest. It's August, man.
Yeah.
We started in September.
Yeah.
Congratulations. We figured the audio out.
Finally. I texted him like, hey, I got a thing on Tuesday. Maybe like I'm going back on vacation at the end of the week.
Yeah.
For a week.
So what, are you back this week? Then you're gone for a week?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, listen, we have a thing with some sponsors.
Yeah.
Like, I need to help our good friend Sean Bell out, my co-host. And he goes, yeah, that's okay. You got to take a vacation day. I was like, screw you. Screw you, Matthew.
Iwanek's a stickler, man.
He's such a stickler.
Iwanek is a stickler for the rules.
And you know what? We need that.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Look, man, what we're doing here doesn't necessarily roll along smoothly if there's not a stickler for the rules. That's Matty's official title, Matthew Iwanek, stickler of the rules.
And he'll do that
a sports
stupid
talk.
grimace and be like, "Yeah, that's me." I'll be like, yeah, okay. Seriously though, he is fantastic.
Oh, he's great. He's
I'm
great.
like, come on, give me Tuesday. Nope, nope.
All right, let's do it. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. If you're watching over on YouTube today, let's hammer the thumbs up, hey? Let's change 100. Let's change 200 today on a Monday morning. The Nielson Show is presented to you by South Fort Chevrolet. For the best deal at the best price, stop right there. Go see Daniel and his team in Fort Sask. Tell them EST sent you. You got 15% off accessories on your new ride. They're your go-to dealership for Silverado 1500s and heavy duties. Visit their website at www.southfortchev.com. And I do believe we've got some. Yeah, here we are. Here's our latest on employee pricing. Employee pricing for August looks like this. Save up to $12,000 on a new Tahoe or Suburban. Those are the big ones.
Yeah.
Excellent stock available. It's perfect for skiing, hockey, accommodating all the car seats and strollers. Truly the best vehicle for a family. I hope my wife doesn't hear this. Save up to $14,000 on Silverados and heavy duties. Plus, you can get 0% financing in select trucks and SUVs. Approved on credit, of course. All right, so employee pricing for the month of August. If you're sitting around this morning, you're watching the show, you're listening to the show on TuneIn or iHeart or at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, you're like, man, I wish I could save $12,000 on a Suburban this week.
Yeah.
Well, you can't.
Why
You
are
have to go out
getting
to
a
South Fort Chev to do it.
If you get a Suburban, like, how many kids do you have? Fantastic.
Minimum 3.
My
I don't think with
uncle
two
had a
kids, you're
Suburban.
not getting a Suburban. What do you think?
My uncle and aunt had a Suburban, but like my uncle's a truck guy, and he was a race car driver. Like he would drive drag racer, and it was for hauling. So he'd be like, "Well, we're taking the Suburban, or we take the truck," and it was always like a decision between the two. Also has a 72 Malibu. No, not Malibu. No, not Chevelle.
You don't know what he has.
Monte Carlo.
Oh, cool.
Yes. And then he has a 69 Chevelle. But what I'm getting at is in Phoenix there were a few Suburbans, and I'm looking at these families going, oh my God. And they had 3 kids in the hockey school.
Really?
And Dusty, like, I've done these hockey schools for like 6-7 years.
Yeah.
And Phoenix is the most entitled one.
Really?
Yes, it's unbelievable. We had...
Don't they realize they're playing hockey in Phoenix?
No. The answer to that is no.
Yeah.
We had a mom go into the locker room and yell at the kids.
At all the kids or just her
At
kid?
all the kids.
Oh, boy.
She was mad.
At a camp?
And her kid was the worst one.
Oh, no.
And her kid instigated absolutely everything. And this mom came from, I think it was North Carolina. Like, listen, like, there's layers to this story, but they had just recently moved to Arizona, and their kid played hockey, and the kid instigated a lot. And I remember going, it was the morning, and I went on the bench, and the kid's sitting on the bench before everybody else. I go, what's up, dude? Like, are you okay? He goes, no, they're making fun of me, this, that. I'm like, all right, like, just relax. Like,
How old are these kids?
oh, jeez. Okay, so the camp that I help out with my buddy
Yeah.
is, it's like 6 to about 15.
Okay. All right. So a bunch of different
So there's
kids.
3
Yeah.
groups, right? Like, and like, listen, if your kid is good at hockey at 5, they get in. They get into the first group.
Yeah.
If they're a late birthday and they're 16 or whatever, or early birthday is 16, then they get in. Like, it just depends. And everybody gets along. It's not elite camp or anything like that. And I go, what's up, dude? Like, are you okay? He goes, no, I'm not happy. I'm this, I'm that. Like, these guys are saying this and that. I was like, okay, just relax. Like, we have 2 days left. It's going to be okay. There was a brawl on the Friday.
Come on.
Which is the last day. And the way this camp works that I work at, and it's a very simple formula. Learning, fun, 4 days of the week. Day 5 is fun. Is like game day.
Scrimmage.
Right?
Game day,
Scrimmage, game day, medals, prizes, all the good stuff, right? Like the reward for the hard work you put in. And day 5 in Phoenix with this one group was a total tire fire, like an explosion. And this kid whose mom went into the locker room and yelled at everybody, yelled at the instructors, yelled at our guys, yelled at the other kids
Ugh,
in group
unacceptable.
1. Dusty, we're talking like 6 to 10. He was the instigator of everything.
Really?
But he was also the victim of everything.
Yeah.
If you asked him. And I was like, what is going on? What is going
Doesn't
on?
sound like a fun thing to deal with.
So, parents, God bless you. I know you want your kids to make the NHL, and I hope as many of them can make the NHL. But there are cameras in these arenas. And if you're in the U.S., there's this lovely little thing called Live Barn. And on the cameras are microphones. And they hear everything. And we get the video. And we know when you are messed up and yell at kids and coaches. Dusty, it's supposed to be a fun camp. It's not elite. But it is incredible to see how, I don't know if out of context is the right word to describe it, but just like how crazy it can get. And I go down to the U.S. and I go, listen, you don't know Canadian hockey parents. They're crazy. I experienced it.
Yeah.
No, it's different.
It's different down
It's
there.
different. It's completely different.
I find part of it hilarious outside of the losing it on other kids thing. Like,
Hey,
hey, lady, grow up.
May I?
Yes.
Yes.
You may.
Thank you. Game day Friday.
I did not have epic story from camp to start the show, but this is great.
Well, okay, this is
great.
Well, this is literally what I went through. So game day Friday is supposed to be like, okay, you guys worked hard, like, and you want the kids to learn, and they do. They have, like, listen, the camp I work at had the skills coach from the New York Rangers for
Not
4
bad.
days.
Not bad.
Yeah. Mark Chacho, this guy is amazing. He's been in the game for 30 years. So So you're like, okay, this is going to be the fun day. Everybody's going to have a good time. And you're in Phoenix. You think it's going to be easy. No, it's not. And so this lady's kid, the kid was complaining to me that everybody was mocking him and this and that. I'm like, well, damn it. Like, these are not situations I generally deal with.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, okay, let me know what happened. And I go and I tell the other guys at camp, and everybody's aware. And they're like, well, that guy isn't that innocent. And I go, oh. I said, why? And they go, well, he started this, this, and this. And I go, okay, I understand. I'm just telling you, he was crying 20 minutes before the start of the skate, and he was on the bench dressed, and I think that's weird. And they're like, yep, that's fine. And I go, okay. His mom goes in and yells at the kids in the locker room, and they have the video of him tackling another kid in the skate at the end in the handshake.
Come on.
He tackles another kid.
In the handshake line?
In the handshake line. And the kid he tackled was from New York.
Okay.
Okay. And there's like 3 kids from New York there, and their dads were awesome. They're just like, yeah, my son's a crap disturber and this and that. And those 3 dads from New York are like, when the mom went crazy, they're just like, yeah, whatever. And we're like, you guys are okay with that? They're like, yeah, well, our kids are a-holes too, so it's fine. But the kid went over the line. The mom goes over the line, and we're just like, what is going on? She goes into the locker room, screams at the kids, tells them they're all a bunch of punks, and then starts throwing the equipment around.
My God.
Our guys who've been doing this for 10 years.
Never seen anything
pro
like that.
hockey players and like fully certified camp instructors close the locker room door and leave her in the room. And she just goes berserk. And you can hear it on the audio. And you're watching.
Come on.
Our guys are just sitting in the hallway, and they made all the kids go to the other locker room. And God bless Group 1, the youngest kids at this camp, who started cheering, Karen, Karen, Karen. They're not dumb, man. They know.
Oh, man.
And she comes out, yells at everybody, and just goes away.
Holy smokes.
The worst part?
There's a worse part?
The worst part, her kid got in as a favor.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, man. Well, that backfired. This is why I never do favors for anybody.
Yeah.
Some Karen might come along and ruin it. Well, that's a heck of a story. It's good to have you back.
It's good to be
Tommy.
back. I'm sorry if I wasted like 15 minutes of the start of the
it's
show.
perfect, man.
But
my whole key is to not talk at all today. So
Good.
I mean, I just sat back and let
Buddy,
that
you were
story
hustling.
cook. I let that story cook.
Yeah.
We got some conscious that we'll get to. I got the new Nasty Bash song. I brought it back with me. You're really gonna like it. Really gonna like it.
Trav's excited.
We're gonna drop that on you here in the 6 o'clock hour, of course. If you're watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up. We're already changing well over 50. Let's change 100 right now. Let's go. Let's lay out the show for you today. You can text us anytime. Paris Jewelers inbox, 780-218-9999. I got some conch requests in there that we'll certainly get to. Morning announcements coming up. Jarius Jackson, we'll hear what Jarius Jackson had to say just after 6:30 today. Good, bad, and ugly from the weekend. We'll get to that just after 7 for Pro-Am Sports, who I believe are closed this week. Taking some time off in the summer. Good for the cooks and boys. Mix and match Mondays. Oilers lines. I'm trying to spread out the wealth. 4 lines that you can roll. 4 lines that you can roll. I'm doing it today. 4 lines.
I don't even want to talk about the Oilers.
Yeah, well,
I have some.
mix
some
and match
things.
Mondays.
I was trying to save some stuff for the oil stream. Like,
Yeah.
there's a little bit of news.
Dry sale?
Um,
No, if it's not dry
like,
sale.
are we getting that?
I
Like, are we worried about Draisaitl, or like, what's going on here?
I mean, fans might be. I don't
They
care.
are.
Like,
'Cause
yeah, I mean, they'll get something done. So
Yeah.
if it's not dry settle news, I'll be honest, I don't necessarily care about it, but we'll get to the save it for oil stream. Save it for oil stream.
Okay, that's
Noon
fine.
today, oil
Yeah.
stream. Tommy and I will be here grinding that out. The Estes are on September 17th, and we are going to start diving into some of the categories today. Matthew Iwanek laid out a schedule of what categories we should talk about on what day.
I don't even want to look at my email.
We'll get to that. There's 2 categories that we're going to look at today. And then, for the next 2 weeks, we got categories here. So 2 good categories today, though. We'll get into that around 7:30 this morning. That's good. An Olympic MVP at the age of 39. I'll get into that a little bit.
I love this. I have so many things to talk about the Olympics being down there for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I had no idea what the hell was going on with Canada because there's no other country when you're down there.
Because you're in the U.S.
Oh, dude. I was like, what did Canada do? It's like, no other country.
Can you not get the CBC Gem app in the United States of America?
Oh, I tried. All I got was like their afternoon show where they can't show highlights. And I was like, this is awful. Awful. So I was kind of like stuck to anything I got on Twitter and anything that our Canadian reporters were putting up. And I'm like, okay, I could see it. And then there were times where the TSN app would have the updates. But dude, I understand why the U.S. does not have a clue what anyone else does.
It's just they
all it is U.S. One of Katie Ledecky's wins. They literally she won by so much. They literally cut the YouTube feed as soon as she tapped the wall, and I'm like, who finished second and third? We're lucky that we can. Dusty, they don't even include who's in the final. They just focus on the American. It's unbelievable.
They don't even mention anybody else or anything.
Now I understand why they are so dialed into just the U.S. because that's all they see. At least on the Canadian broadcast, we get to see everybody in the final. We get a little bit of a history behind them. In the U.S., it's no, here's your 2 Americans that made it to the final. Here's all you need to know. Oh, the race starts. Oh, they won or they lost. Boom, cut, gone. I was like, what about the rest of everyone?
What about the other athletes around the world?
To them, don't exist.
That's a tough one.
NBC, God bless you, terrible.
That's good. 7:45 today. Kind of easy trivia for Mr. Mike's. 3 questions too many for Park Mazda. And we'll dive into the Olympics. We'll get to that. Hertz for the personal injury lawyers at SB-LLP. And that'll be a little bit straightforward injury talk. But we'll dive into the Olympics a little bit around 8:30 this morning as well. You can text us anytime, 780-218-9999. I got my conch finger locked and loaded, ready to roll here. This is a good one. Fat Efron is in and says, morning, boys. Last November, I wrote in asking how I should propose. Well, after 10 years, I finally popped the question, and she said yes. Boom. That being said, can you imagine if you're with somebody for 10 years and then you ask them to marry you and they're like, no, I'm out now. That would suck. That would suck big time.
Yeah.
You don't want that. Norm in a combine.
Hello, Norm.
Celebrates a birthday today. Norm in a combine, I believe, is turning 51.
You know his age off by heart?
Well, no, he texted it in to me.
Norm did. Sorry, I'm not looking at the text line.
What are you doing here?
This is my first morning show with you.
You know his age off by heart. There is a Norm in a combine reference coming up in the Nasty Bash song, though. So that'll be good. There's a you reference too.
Okay, great. I had somebody literally say to me yesterday after the game. I was out. My brother. God bless my brother. If he makes it into work, yeah.
Hey, it was a great time at the Elks game yesterday. Let's just say
what
that.
A wonderful night. Fantastic to all of you who showed up. Great job.
Tailgate was hopping.
Yes. Even though our tent had to be moved.
Yeah, they relocated our tent because there was a huge
Alan Jackson experience.
Did you know that Alan Jackson is a huge pervert?
No.
Listen to Achy Breaky Podcast. Chattahoochee. It's a pervert song.
Got it.
And Alan Jackson's gross. So anyway, it sucked. We were moved down 6 spots?
Yes.
Wasn't the end of the world.
No, it was, but it was off-putting. Even I was rattled.
You were even rattled.
I was rattled. I saw Jay and Andrea, and I'm like, "Where's our tent?" And they're like, "You're a little bit over that way." And I went and saw Zach to come. Zach to come was like, "I know this is garbage. I don't know what." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know it's all good." And the Alan Jackson experience, God bless it. I gave him a fist bump after he sang the Canadian national anthem properly. They had a RV that took over like 8 spots.
Yeah, it was huge.
It was
Trev, what did it?
Just quickly, was that the real Alan Jackson?
Man, by the way, by the
Okay.
Are you serious right now? Even I know this, and I hate country.
Okay, well, LT got a photo with him.
Of course he did.
He's like, Alan Jackson. I'm like, and I'm not going to lie, I was like, not too, like.
This guy for real?
what is happening here today between your stories? Like, listen to what, like, you know what just happened? You just asked me, how do you know Norm's exact age? And now this guy's sitting over here in the corner going, oh man, was that the real Alan Jackson?
Well, LT
where are Craig Button and Glenn Suter when I need them? What the hell is going on here today?
LT was great yesterday.
LT was like totally like, oh my gosh. He's like, Alan, can I get a photo with you? He's like, no, I gotta go sing, man. He's like, okay, I'll walk with you and take this photo. And so they're walking in, and LT's
my
just
God.
snapping all these shots, and he was like, that was great. I'm like,
his merch table was huge.
Why do you need a merch table that's three parking spots wide?
Yeah. Well, it's the Alan Jackson
Experience.
And the people manning it were not messing around.
well, then I saw him
Who's
come back.
buying an Alan Jackson Experience t-shirt? I'm sorry.
I'll tell you this. Not many people.
Go ahead, Trev.
It was so-
By the way, Trev, your mic sounds way better too. This new board.
Yeah, I can.
This
Yeah.
is great.
I like
Sounds real
hearing
nice
myself
today.
right now. It feels
Real nice.
Oh,
today.
That sounds good.
Real nice.
But yeah, I was telling my buddy because it was his last day in Edmonton, the pilot that flew me around the city. So I wanted to take him to an Elks game. And I was just telling him, I'm like, yeah, Alan Jackson's here, eh? He's like, no way. I'm like the biggest fan. And so we're walking. He was like, yeah, LT just got a photo with him and everything. And so we turn this corner, Alan Jackson looking right at us, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's him. And I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not I don't know much about Alan Jackson.
I know Alan Jackson. I hate country.
And so I'm like, Alan Jackson, I love your stuff. Like I'm a huge fan. And then my buddy was like, I can't believe you just talked to Alan Jackson. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of cool, I guess. But yeah, so I'll have to tell my dad now because my dad was like, wow, did you actually say that to Alan Jackson? I'm like, yeah, I shook his hand too. He's like, no way. I'm like, he's like, aren't you in awe? And I'm like, well, I don't know, like it doesn't really tickle my fancy that much. He's like, I grew up with him. Like he brought me through college, man. You know? And so apparently it's not the real Alan Jackson.
No, it's the experience.
You thought the real Alan Jackson
LT said
would be playing the tailgate's awesome. Don't get me wrong.
It is so good.
But I don't think we're at Alan Jackson plays the tailgate level of tailgating yet.
No.
But
Okay,
so
well,
Lieutenant Eric lied to you.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he was wearing the fit because I looked him up afterwards and he had like the exact same jacket. I'm like, no, look, that's the exact same jacket that he has.
Yep, they do that.
Well,
They do that.
there you go. Okay, well.
The good
that's it.
ones do.
Okay.
Man. Where's the show is off the rails right now. My
Sorry,
goodness.
dude.
Yeah.
This is what happens.
I guess
when
I
you-
should have booked a few guests.
Screw it.
All right, if you're watching over on YouTube today, I promise you're not going to find another show in the market like this one. So hammer the thumbs up. We're 13 away from changing 100. What is
Already?
This? What is this? The playoffs? What's happening right now?
Playoffs?
Hammer the thumbs up, and you can hit us up in the inbox as well. We'll get to a few more of those as we work our way through the show today. Got the Nasty Bash song we're gonna get to. At some point, Trev will grab Jarius Jackson. You were in on the Jerry. We got to get to the Elks game. Is it ready to go? Man, you're efficient. We'll get to that as we work our way through the show as well. We'll get into the probably the second half or 6 o'clock hour. We'll dive into the Elks 2 wins in a row. And I don't know. It was a good day at Commonwealth yesterday.
It was.
Like
It
the crowd
really
was pretty
was.
decent.
Yep.
Everybody seemed to have a good time.
Yes.
And they won. So what more can you ask for there? All right, Trev, you got your update ready?
Oh, yeah.
Trev's
yeah, I think so.
well with
We'll
that
see.
with
We'll
that good
see.
new mic.
We'll see what we can do here.
Updates better be good today.
Oh, gosh.
Let's get to a sports update with YouTube Trev.
The Edmonton Elks get their second win in a row and second win of the season over the BC Lions with the score of 33-16. The Elks look to take their winning ways on the road and won't be back in Commonwealth until September 7. Elsewhere in Edmonton, the Edmonton Riverhawks made their playoff debut over the weekend. The Hawks won their first playoff game in the franchise history but fell short yesterday to the Bellingham Bells. The Hawks look to get back in the win column tonight in the 3 games in Game 3 of this series, which, of course, you can listen at edmontonsportstalk.com. The Toronto Blue Jays fell 2-1 in their 3-game series over the Oakland Athletics, but start a 3-game series today against the 52-66 Los Angeles Angels. And the Paris Olympics have come to an end. Canada placed 12th in the Olympics, setting a new record with 9 gold medals and 27 total medals, which is the most Canada's ever been able to do at a non-boycotted Summer Olympics. Congrats to all the Canadian athletes. You made us all very proud. This sports update is brought to you by Nisku Glass, where they can meet all your automotive, residential, and commercial glass needs. They offer free pickup and drop-off services for your vehicle and free estimates at your home and business, and have a 4.8 star rating on Google. They will service anywhere in the greater Edmonton area and beyond. Give them a call at 780-955-7989 to meet all your glass needs.
Here's Jackson, you are for real, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real. Here's Jackson, you are now the new interim head coach of the Edmonton Elks. They have a great receiving corps, but now you gotta get the defense to stop a few plays here and there so you can win a damn football game. Real, for real, for real, real. The fan base wants a win, so let's get out there and do it, do it, do it. Let's get out there and get the Elks to win the Grey Cup. Celebrate with the boys with the 6 o'clock log. For real, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real. Let's go, Elks.
Oh, Jarius Jackson. He's won 2 in a row.
Yes.
Let's take Jarius Jackson's Elks off for real.
For real.
For real. For real. Dum, 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 dum. Man, that's good. Trev, great update, by the way, buddy.
Yes.
Yeah, well done. Tommy and I are laughing about the whole, is that the real Alan Jackson thing? I like Johnny Alberta says, I feel like Alan Jackson is doing good enough that he doesn't need to play a North Edmonton parking lot. Oh my God, too fun.
Listen,
too fun. I
think-
miss this. I miss this.
I think the world of that parking lot. My uncle was the first child baptized at that church, and my grandpa helped build it.
Right there. Yeah.
But no, I don't think Alan Jackson on a sexy August night in Edmonton is showing up.
This one's in Rip City Step says, Alan Jackson experience. You are for real. For real. All right. You can text us anytime. One of you will end up winning text of the day today for A&W here in the Nielsen Show, presented to you by South Fort Chevrolet. A&W, mama knows a good price and that the simple pleasures are the best. So look no further. You can now enjoy a Mama Burger Combo and a kids pack. This is cute. Mama Burger Combo, kids pack, $12.49. That's a Mama Burger, fries, regular A&W root beer, a Kids Buddy Burger, a little side of apple slices, and a Made Good granola bar, and a milk. All for just $12.49. Hurry in. Offer available for a limited time at participating A&W restaurants. Most A&W drive-thru locations are open 24 hours for your convenience. You'll win text of the day today. Inbox is moving pretty well. 780-218-9999. If you need a conscious morning, we can definitely do that. Okay, we got a couple of things. Good, bad, and ugly from the weekend.
Okay.
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
We do have Jarius Jackson. For real.
For real.
And then I got the Nasty Bash song that we got to play here at some point. So let's go Jarius Jackson. Talk about the Elks game. Tommy and I were working it yesterday. Somebody did say, can we get a conch for Tommy's sideline hits? Pretty smooth down there, buddy. Great injury updates.
Thank you.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
A lot of injury updates.
A lot of guys getting hurt last night.
A lot of injury updates. RCN over on the Nasty Chat. George Strait will be doing the next Elks tailgate. Trev looks at the real George Strait. All right, Jarius Jackson. Does this guy know how to win or what? Let's hear what Jarius Jackson. Were you in this scrum yesterday?
I was in that
All right,
scrum.
here's Jarius Jackson after the win yesterday. 2 in a row for your Edmonton Elks.
How y'all doing? Good.
So, Coach, what's it like getting a win at home?
You know what? The guys are ecstatic right now. Like, locker room is crazy, water's everywhere. I'm sure Dan's going to have a hard time cleaning up after tonight. So, no, it's good, and that's how it should be.
Had to make a bit of a change there with Trey coming out of the game. Tell us a little bit about what that change did and how you made that happen still for the second.
Well, we just adjusted. We stayed with the game plan. You know, Max, a pro and a vet, like I said, when Trey took over as a starting quarterback, and, you know, he was ready when his number was called. And I told him from the get-go, you know, even when Trey was a starter, that at some point we're going to need you, right? Like in the CFL, it happens that way. You at least need 2 to 3 good quarterbacks that can step in and play.
Is there more news than Trey's health at all, Coach?
We'll see what happens. I think he got hit in the ribs a little bit, maybe. So we'll see if it's cartilage. We'll see his ribs. We'll find out in the morning what's going on with him.
Did you?
Yeah, the defense, they we gave up that first drive. They did a good job of just running, making it easy for the quarterback, little quick game passes and whatnot. And, they were able to go down and drive and score. I mean, at least that one took a little bit longer than it did last week when Super Mario housed it on us. So, but, it's probably like a 6-7 minute drive. And, again, guys didn't flinch. It's our turn. We'll go down and do what we have to do. Now, granted, we missed a field goal. I think we got a point. And then we ended up having to wait till we got the wind in order to, put some more points up on the board.
Was the wind making a big difference out there tonight?
Well, it was huge for us. If you see there in the fourth quarter, the kickoffs that we had, Boris was able to put them all the way down to like a yard inside the goal line. Yeah. So that was my whole thought process as far as, they got the ball. They won the toss, took the ball. Right, so we had the decision in the second half, and I decided to choose a side the second half since we were up 9 points. And then, they started to make a little run. I think they kicked 2 field goals, got within 3, and then we were able to at least put our foot on the gas a little bit and run the score up a little bit.
You've given a couple guys an opportunity on offense in Javon Leake, Justin Rankin, and Tevin Jones. You got to like what you got for them so far.
Those guys are playing their butts off, right? Like, look at Tevin last week, what he did. Look at Rankin last week, what he did. Same thing. I mean, it goes without saying what Leake did, right? So those guys are helping us win football games right now, and they're putting us in great positions to succeed.
Curious, is it too soon to say if this is some momentum genuinely building, or do you think that we've got something going on?
No, it's definitely genuine momentum growing. Like, these guys worked their tails off to get to where we are now as far as 2 wins in a row. And if you look at it, it's against the top 2 teams in the West. Now, granted, BC walks in here and they don't have their starting quarterback, but, I'm sure they're not making any excuses either, right? I wouldn't make any excuses if I lost a game. I tip my hat off to the other team and keep it moving. One thing I would like to say, if you guys don't mind, I hope y'all play this. I really want to apologize to Gino. I didn't realize that Gino has had a career of over 8 years where he's had consecutive games with a catch, right? So it kind of got dismissed a little bit because we were running the ball. I think we were pretty even. Had I known that was a record that he was holding on to, then I would, by all means, I would have did everything in my power to get him a football. So I want to, from the bottom of my heart, apologize to Gino.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
All right, there you go. That's Jarius Jackson. Yeah, interesting. I saw Gino last night tweet. He'd caught a ball in 77 straight games.
Yeah. That
streak comes to an end last night. And he wasn't prompted to say it. But the coach said it on his own. Yeah.
It was interesting because haven't seen something like that too often.
Yeah. No, it doesn't happen very often.
Honestly, hockey, football, whatever. Jarius acknowledged it. He made a point of apologizing sincerely, and I genuinely believe him.
Yeah, there's no reason not to.
Dusty, listen, man. I know he was an offensive coordinator before he took over as head coach, and I think he's the kind of guy as a former quarterback that recognizes, understands that, and listen, there's a lot of plays in football. There's ways to spread the ball around, and he brought that up, and we didn't talk about it on the broadcast last night. There's so many other things going on. We get that. I'll say this. I was surprised to hear that. I was impressed. And then I also saw Gino Lewis fist bumping as soon as the whistle went at the end of the game.
Yeah.
And doing a little fist bump to himself. Genuinely, from what I asserted, was him being happy that they won again.
Yeah.
Like, it sucks. Yeah, personal pride and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
I think Gino Lewis is more concerned about the fact that this team's kind of back in business.
Yeah, I mean, he should be. He was only targeted once.
Yeah.
And then he was one of two guys down on the interception in the end zone. Hergy Mayala and him were both kind of around there. I think they had officially gave that a target to Mayala. Yeah, I mean, you would have liked to have seen that extended, but bottom line is your teams just won 2 in a row. So hopefully you're happy about that. Tevin Jones has been a revelation. Like at the beginning of the year, when you look at their receiving core, I don't think we would have thought, oh, well, there'll be somebody else that'll come in. They have 3 100-yard games. He's had 2 starts, and he's had over 100 yards in both of them. I mean, he's fit in extremely well. He's caught every single pass thrown in his direction so far. And when they brought him in, there was no promises of playing time in the offense. Basically made him a gunner on special teams. And then Arkell Smith went down. He's had an opportunity to step in, and he's looked like their best receiver for the last 2 weeks. So
he's been excellent.
Yeah, he's been absolutely outstanding. Trey Ford injury we'll get to as we work our way through the show. But basically, Sione Tehema, if you missed the game, and hopefully a lot of you were watching, I heard the broadcast was terrific. But if you're at the game watching, you might not have seen it. But Tehema, basically all of his weight, kind of on the tackled Ford from the back, but by the time that they actually hit the turf, Ford had been turned a bit.
Yep.
And then Tehema, who's a big body, boom, right on top of him. They challenged for roughing the passer. He was out of the pocket, though. He was more of a rusher at that stage. They didn't win the challenge. We initially thought that he took a little bit of head contact, and I think he did take a little bit of head contact. Mm-hmm. So they took him into the tent, thought that's what they were looking at, but then you saw him on the sideline throwing the ball, and he's kind of wincing in pain and couldn't come back in. So something to do with a rib or the cartilage, whatever you call the cartilage between the ribs.
Yeah.
However it works. But hopefully he's not out long. I mean, there was a buzz at Commonwealth when he was announced as the starting quarterback.
Yes. There was a very audible applause.
Oh yeah. People were fired up to see him out there.
So our producer was telling me, hey, keep an eye on Trey. So I was, and he was Brian Cheeseman, who's in charge of the athletic therapy department for the Elks, was all over him. And Trey was trying to throw. He put his helmet on a few times, and he kept pointing to his ribs.
Yeah.
There were a few people trying to tell me it was his head.
Wasn't his head.
But it was everything I saw was like rib related. And then at the end of the day, from what I understand, is they anticipate him being okay soon. I don't know if it's as soon as next week, but he should be. It's not going to be a long-term injury, but yeah, it was not a head issue.
Their next home game is not until the Labor Day rematch. So it's kind of crazy. I won't be at that one. I'll go do the Banjo Bowl. But yeah, they got 3 on the road here. What is it? They go to the Hammer.
Yeah.
Winnable game, I think. Then they go to Montreal. Not easy.
No.
And then the Calgary game's definitely winnable. I mean, those are 2 pretty evenly matched teams. So who knows? I mean, we'll see. They're 2 points behind the Bombers right now. So let's see where this goes with the Elks. If you were at the game last night, let us know. From where I was in the booth, it looked like people were having a good time. You were down on the field.
Seriously.
So it looked like a pretty good time. If you were there, let us know. Good.
Yeah,
good.
That's when I can tell people are having a good time.
You should worry when people aren't chirping you. That's how it works in life. Like
I was getting chirped enough that like it gets past the earbuds that I have. And I'm like, I think I'm getting yelled at.
That's good.
And
like,
just wait.
Were they yelling, hey, Tommy, are you going to take yourself in the handsome man draft? That's probably what they were yelling.
They're like, those pants are tight. Those pants were tight that I had to wear yesterday. Super tight.
Well, you chose them though, right? You said when I had to wear. It sounded like
because it was hot. So I finally got like gear.
Okay.
I told you, I got like gear that they sent me.
Yeah.
And they're like, you can't wear this.
TSN gear. Yeah.
They're like, you can't wear this unless it's 30 plus. It was 28 yesterday.
So
I was
close.
like, can I wear the golf shirt? No.
Nope, you got to look pretty.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Hey, changing 100. You paying attention over there, Trev? What's going on here? Give it to me.
Changing 100.
Changing 100, you know it's going to sound better? Changing 200 before 7:30.
Let's go.
So if you're watching on YouTube right now, hammer the thumbs up. Sub to the channel. We are at 9.63, trying to make that push to 10K.
Let's go.
So give us a sub if you're watching archived or live or whatever. Chili Cheese over on the Nasty Chat says, play the Nasty Bash song. Let's go. All right. This is, I think it's Esty worthy. It's, I mean, I'll just play it. I think this is a lot of fun. It sums up the Nasty Bash very well. Here we go. What a night. What a night at the Nasty Bash. My goodness.
What happened?
Well, you're about to hear what happened.
The Nasty Bash was awesome, so let's remember it with this song. The EST on Corey B. Tattoo still looking strong. 6:30 it wasn't working, so old Smash said so long. Hey, I'm Nasty C and Frazier, yelling turn your headlights on. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tommy met a new girl heading out the door. Normology's stripping, his shirt just hit the floor. Oh my, good lord. Someone pour me birdie booze on a shot ski. Now you know Reed Wilkins was a mystery. X-Ray J's pants got a little pissy. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. 6 o'clockers right and left. Let me pour it on your head. Moment we won't soon forget. Hey, Norm. Fergie's back rips let us in. Made the last table again. Wrote it out till 2 a.m. Oh, Lord. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tommy met a new girl heading out the door. Normology's stripping. His shirt just hit the floor. Oh, my, good lord. Someone pour me birdie booze on a shot ski. Now you know Reed Wilkins was a mystery. X-Ray J's pants got a little pissy. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. Everybody at the bash was a nasty.
Hey, how about that, boys? Does that not recap the night?
I haven't had a chance to talk to anybody because I had to
you
leave
left
the day after.
you left like the day later.
Yeah.
Nasty Bash was awesome.
That was so good.
Yeah. Well, you left before we baptized Norman at Combine.
I heard about it.
So that's in the song. That was
My
good.
brother stayed till the end.
Yeah, your brother was at the final table.
Good.
X-Ray J pissed his pants. So that's in there.
I saw the
Corey
photo.
B has his Edmonton Sports Talk tattoo on his leg, but he was wearing jeans. But he had it set up so that they were split down the side and they were Velcroed.
Yes.
And he could open them up and you could see the tattoo. Phrase was there and people were losing their mind.
Yes.
They're like, turn your headlights on, Phrase. So it was, man, that was a fun one to put together.
The line about me didn't happen.
Yeah, of course not. I just put that in there because that's what we assumed you would do. So anyway, Trev, what'd you think? I know you're excited for it. We were talking about it as I was writing it, but what do you think?
I've got goosebumps right now. That was beautiful. Literally, that was just beautiful. I got a tear in my eye. Oh, like I just want to party to that song so much. Like,
I know,
awesome.
right?
Well done.
I was back home this weekend and my brother's like, "Oh, like have you heard this song?" Like, and he plays the original, Tipsy or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, like you tune in on Monday. We might have a surprise for you." So I hope he's listening. But that came out so good. Props to Dusty. That was great.
The guys that produced it well,
You're a
but
lyrical
it wrote. I love when a parody song when I can write the new lyrics to rhyme with the original lyrics, right? Because then it just sounds so much better than if you like change it and rhyme with other words.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, that's real nice.
That was my first Nasty Bash. I missed the original.
You did miss the original,
and I
mean, you missed
shame.
a good chunk of this one too. It was a good time. Like Fergie's bagpipes let us in. That's a line like
So good.
I thought I checked off most of the things.
So good.
6:30 wasn't working, so Smash said so long. That's a nice little tie-in to Reed Wilkins joining the team. And man,
I had so many people asking me about Reed.
Yeah.
So many, like prior to and then
before
after.
and then after, yeah.
People reaching out of market, being like, "You guys just put everyone on watch," and I was like, "Hell yeah, we did."
Yeah, Reed's good.
He's really
Reed's real
friggin' good.
Reed's real good. We'll have an announcement on a midday show here at some point in the near future too. That
Really?
appears to be locked up.
What did I
and
miss?
that should be a lot of fun as well. All right, let's get to your good, bad, and ugly from the weekend. We'll play that song again just after 7 o'clock, because why wouldn't we? 7 o'clock hour is going to look like this. Mix and match Mondays. I got some line combinations. We'll get to that.
Great.
Take a look. There's a crazy weekend in the CFL.
Yes.
Bo Levi Mitchell leads the league in passing, just lost his job. Not sure his relationship with his head coach is. Well, anyway, we'll get into that. Estes, Maddie wants us to talk about the show of the year and the exit of the year. The best exit from an EST event. Yeah, you were
Stop.
You were no. It's not just you though.
Thank God.
Normology you weren't there, but
I heard about
Normology was on fire. He got a stripping reference in the Nasty Bash song. He kept. I don't know how Normology doesn't win X of the year because like he's got his shirt off and he's going to leave. And then we're like cheer when he left, and then he'd come running back in, and he'd swing his shirt, and then he'd leave back out. We're like, he's gone again, and then he'd come running back in. Oh, it was brilliant stuff.
Normology is amazing.
Brilliant stuff. Normology, what a legend. Anyway, made his way into the song, so that's a good one too. So we'll get into some Estes, and then that's good around 7:45 today for Italian Center. I saw our good friend Jess Jackson from 100.3 The Bear.
The best.
Went and got a bunch of donuts this weekend from Italian Center Shop.
The best.
You can't
fantastic.
go wrong. Yes. The donuts are unbelievable. So we'll get into that in hour number 2. Well, good, bad, and ugly from the weekend. Tommy, I don't know. Do you have? I have my good, bad, and ugly. I'm gonna break this down here. Like, let's.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's start. Let's see. What do we got? Where is it? Okay, so here's my good. He's a good guy. He's a friend. I view him as a friend. Sean White has now hit 45 field goals in a row.
Yeah.
Second longest in CFL history, second longest streak in professional football kicking history. I think he passed Vanderjagt yesterday. Lewis Ward hit 69 in a row. That's going to be tough for Whitey to track that down, but 45 in a row for Sean White. It's really, I mean, he's perfect this year. He's like 27 for 27. And he's hit 45 in a row.
Dusty, watching him yesterday, even from field level, where you don't get it, like you can't get the straight up view like you do on the broadcast. You're like, he's going to hit it. Every time they were in field goal range, you're like, Sean White's going to hit it. And if he's dialed in like that, like I could listen to you in suits on that broadcast, and I'm like, okay, he's going to hit it. And I'm watching, I'm like, that's in. That's in. And there was the one field goal, I think it was his second of the night or maybe first, where you guys were like, well, that one was swerving a little bit. I'm like, no.
Yeah, it was the first one. Like to me, with the shot from behind, the end zone shot, it looked like it was going to go wide left, and then it just sort of turned back in. Yeah.
And there was no wind. Like I know there was a little bit. You could see the flags waving.
I'm glad you bring this up because Jarius Jackson was talking about the wind, and he wanted the wind in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
and I was sitting there.
It was very calm down at field level.
Okay, good, because I didn't see much of a win there.
But those guys are more attuned to that than
they've got all the
they figured that,
all the tools that you need to see about wind.
Yeah, those guys know.
They're like the girl in the new Twisters movie. She can tell where the tornado's coming. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
The new Twisters movie might even be better than the first one, and I love the first one. Yeah, this is going to be my new Top Gun Maverick, where like whenever I'm on a plane and it's there, I'm watching it. That's how good it was. Real nice.
Very much.
Real nice. My bad from the weekend. This is, I don't even necessarily know this from the weekend. I think it was from last week, but I haven't been around for a bit, so I want to get to it. I don't think you know where. Trev, do you think you know where I'm going?
Maybe.
It's Olympics related.
Yeah. Does it have to do with breaking?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, we won that though.
Yeah.
We won that.
I still don't know where I came out of
say
breakdancing.
we won that. I'm proud.
The Wiz was.
Our B-boy was great.
Oh man, he crushed it. There's a video he predicted what the like in the gold medal breaking dance whatever. But he was just doing all these crazy moves and
when he predicted that guy, I was just like, man.
The judges were like, give it to him already. Just give it to him.
Oh God, it's over.
Yeah,
it's over.
Yeah, sorry for interrupting.
No, but did you know he was a member of the BC Lions dance team? The Wizard.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. CFL strikes again, man. No, the guy who was doing the pole vault and his wiener hit the bar. I can't remember what day that was.
What a dilemma.
I haven't had a chance to talk about it. I know.
Like, are you mad or are you proud?
Is that worst possible way to lose or the best possible way to lose?
He's got a lot of dates lined up.
I would
Guaranteed.
think his Olympic Village Tinder was going off after that.
He did just fine. Good for him.
But what do you think, guys? Like, best way to lose or worst way to lose? And I don't know if he was a gold medal contender anyway. Like, if this guy was projected to finish 8th, then best way to lose.
Not his fault.
If he was supposed to be like a gold or a silver medal contender, then, I mean, but man. That was one
His
of the
name's out there.
That was
He's
one of the
most
funniest things I ever saw, man. Like,
yeah, he's the most notable pole vaulter now for sure. So
I'd like to do one of these to him.
Yeah, salute to you.
Congratulations, sir.
You still won.
Probably should go into triple jump or long jump instead.
Yeah,
but
even though
whatever.
you lost, you
You
won.
still won.
Yeah.
You still won. You're a legend forever.
All right, and here's my ugly from the weekend, and let me bring this up. Hey, if you're watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. We are cruising along, well on our way to 150 here in the first hour of the show. So let's do that. But let me go here. This is an ugly. It's not an ugly for me per se, but it's an ugly for the. Here it is. It's an ugly for the group of people out there. I'm looking at you, Matawanic and Lieutenant Eric. It's a group of people out there who don't think Glenn Suter and I are best friends. Okay? Because I tweeted out yesterday, hey, happy Sunday, working with Tommy.
I saw that. Thank you.
Suits quote tweets it and says, as the song says, you've got a friend in me. There it is. End of story. It's an ugly day for all of those of you who are like, you guys aren't best friends. Would he ever admit that? Boom. As the song says, you've got a friend in me. And he says, what a run of games, partner. So he called me his friend and his partner.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
As the third wheel on whatever the hell that is.
Right here.
It's very hard to get into that conversation.
Yeah.
And I thought I knew you.
Yeah. Well, what can I say? Suits and I, we're tight. We're spending the weekend in Regina and Vancouver this weekend. So
no, that's
nice.
lovely. When you were gone, we had him on the show. This was maybe.
Heard you guys had Button on too.
We tried.
What about on Friday? Did he join you on Friday?
He was busy.
Classic Button. So I got a story.
I
about
saw
him.
Joaquin Gage yesterday, and all we did was hug each other because we were scorned by both of you.
Oh my God! I'm sorry, Tommy.
I'm kidding.
I didn't mean to scorn you.
No.
Anyway, what were you gonna say, Trev?
When I brought him on the phone, I was like, "Hey, it's Trevor Edmonton Sports Talk. How you doing?" He's like, "Hey, can you bring me on with the song You've Got a Friend in Me?" And I'm like,
Actually,
it might be a little like I'll see. I'm probably not gonna have I don't have the time. I don't think I can do that. He's like, that's too bad. Next time. He's like, next time. Yeah. He's like, because of Dusty, exactly.
Mm-hmm. It's real nice. As for Button, just quickly on Button, what a guy to work with. Beauty. Dave Reed was great too. I did games on Friday with Dave Reed.
Craig Button's an awful guy, and it's so hard to get along with him.
Nobody likes Craig Button.
Nobody at all.
So Button all week was there was a garbage can just kind of back to my left. By the way, that booth where like Jack and Louie would call the games, I can't fit in there.
What?
It's like made for, like my head. If I stood up straight, I was stuck against the roof. So I had to crouch all week or sit down. I eventually just started sitting down.
You
Usually I don't
handled it
like
well.
sitting down to call games, but there's a lot of games I didn't want to stand for 12 hours a day. So anyway, so Button, he'd have his coffee, and when he was done with it, he would throw it behind me over to the garbage can. And he didn't miss all week. He was just like money. And in the bronze bronze medal game, he threw it. And he looked at me and goes, "Haven't missed all week." I was like, "That's awesome, man!" Like, and then in the gold medal game, we're sitting there, coming back for the second period, I think, and he's rubbing my back, and I'm like, "What?" And it was a moment like in Indiana Jones' Last Crusade when Connery's on the gun in the plane and he shoots off their own tail wing, and then he looks back at Indy and goes, "We're hit. They got us, son." So Craig's wiping down my back.
No.
And I'm like, "What?" And I look over at him. He just looks at me. He goes, "I missed." I was like, "What?" He goes, "I missed." And his coffee blew up all over my back. But all he looked at me, he just was like, "I missed." I was like, you son of a bee. What's going on here? It was, but a conch for Craig Button and Dave Reed And Laura Dykin. Yeah, it was a great crew. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, man, what a good time. Good time. Plus, Hlinka, Gretzky, Canada, good team. Lots of other good players in the tournament, too. There's this guy on Sweden, Eddie Yenberg. If the others don't pick him in the mid-rounds of the draft, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose my mind. Sorry, Tommy. I'm making picks right now. They got to take Eddie Yenberg. This guy hits everything that moves. Throwback. Like, I'm not lying. I swear to God, this kid finished every single check he could have possibly finished in the tournament. I'm a huge Eddie Yenberg guy.
I respect that.
Yeah, real nice. Real nice. Mark it down. And if they draft him in like the 5th round next year or something, people are going to be like, Dusty, it's Eddie Yenberg. I'd already go to Pro-Am Sports and get an Eddie Yenberg jersey, just in case. By the way, Adam Banach in this tournament became the all-time tournament scorer, the leading scorer. Guess who he surpassed?
Linus Omark.
No.
Tell me.
It would be Magnus PRV.
Yeah, that's right. Old MPS himself.
Love that.
Yeah, he had 15 points over 2 tournaments. Banach ended up, I think, with 21. Phenomenal. He's little. He's like the size of Marshall, but he's unreal. Real good player. All right. Let's see. You can text us anytime, 780-218-9999. We'll get to more of those in the Paris Jewelers inbox. Paris Jewelers. Haven't checked out their website yet. What are you doing? www.parisjewelers.com. 22 stores in 4 provinces across the country. And they've got that large and high-quality selection of engagement rings. And Fat Efron, who just got engaged.
Congrats.
I hope you went to Paris Jewelers for the bling-bling. Yeah, it's real nice. All right, coming up just after 7 o'clock, Mix and Match Mondays. Who wants some Oilers lines?
Not me.
I don't even really want Oilers lines either, but it's Mix and Match Mondays. I'm going to try to lay out 4 lines for you here. We'll get to that coming up. We're going to dive into the Esties. Tommy's going to go back to the couch and have a snooze here. We'll dive into the show of the year and the exit of the year for the Esties, September 17th. I still don't know ticket details. Does anybody around here know ticket details? Maddie's having us talk about this stuff. He hasn't even given us tickets on details on how to buy tickets yet. What is this, amateur hour around here? If you missed the Nasty Bash song, I'm going to hit it again right when the update's over. So let's get to an update for Green Plant with YouTube Trev.
The Alan Jackson experience got the party started ahead of the Elks game yesterday, not to be confused with the real Alan Jackson. The Edmonton Elks get their 2nd win in a row and 2nd win of the season over the BC Lions with the score of 33-16, despite Elks quarterback Trey Ford getting sidelined by an apparent rib injury in the 2nd quarter. The Elks look to take their winning ways on the road this Saturday in Hamilton and won't be back in Commonwealth until September 7th. Elsewhere in Edmonton, the Edmonton Riverhawks made their playoff debut over the weekend. The Hawks won their first playoff game in franchise history but fell short yesterday to the Bellington Bells. The Hawks look to get back in the win column tonight in Game 3 of this series, which of course you can listen to at edmontonsportstalk.com. The Toronto Blue Jays fell 2-1 in their 3-game series against the Oakland Athletics, but start a 3-game series today against the 52-66 Los Angeles Angels. And the Paris Olympics have come to an end. Canada placed 12th in the Olympics, setting a new record with 9 gold medals and 27 total medals, which is the most Canada has ever been able to do at a non-boycotted Summer Olympics. Congrats to all the Canadian athletes, who made us very proud. The Sports Update brought to you by Green Plant, providing you with award-winning environmental planning and consulting services, whether it's municipal, industrial, or residential. Plan it right with Green Plant. Visit greenplant.com or give them a call at 780-455-4292.
The Nasty Bash was awesome, so let's remember it with this song. The EST on Corey B. Tattoo still looking strong. 6:30 it wasn't working, so old Smash said so long. AM Nasty C and Frazier yelling, turn your headlights on. One, Here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tommy met a new girl heading out the door. No homology stripping, his shirt just hit the floor. Oh my, good lord. Someone pour me birdie booze on a shot ski. Now you know Reed Wilkins was a mystery. Extra J's pants got a little pissy. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. 6 o'clockers right and left. Let me pour it on your head. Moment we won't soon forget. Hey, Norm. Fergie's back ribs let us in. Made the last table again. Rode it out till 2 a.m. Oh, Lord. 1. Here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tommy met a new girl heading out the door. No homology stripping. His shirt just hit the floor. Oh, my. Good Lord. Someone pour me birdie booze on a shot ski. Now you know Reed Wilkins was a mystery. Extra J's pants got a little pissy. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. Everybody at the bash was a nasty.
Oh, it is the Nielson Show presented to you by South Fort Chevrolet. Visit their website, www.southfortchev.com. I'm already very excited for next year's Nasty Bash. Well, I'm excited for next year's golf tournament because the golf tournament was awesome.
Golf tournament was.
I'm excited for next year's Nasty Bash because the Nasty Bash was incredible again. We're 2 for 2, and I'm excited for the Estes, which are going to be happening September 17th at a theater. Tickets will go on sale. They're like $10. And it should be a lot of fun. We'll be dishing out a bunch of awards to listeners,
Yes.
and nobody else does this. We're excited to do it. It's a black tie event. You probably have lots of options.
I'm
already.
wearing a tux.
You're wearing a tux. This guy's wearing a tux. Unbelievable.
I'm excited.
My parents are driving 7.5 hours to be here.
Your
for the
parents are
Estes.
the best.
Yeah, they're excited. They're excited. So it should be a good time. Mark it on your calendar. Tuesday, September 17th for the Estes. And it's going to be a great night. It's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. It's
going to be
I can't believe it's the thing. Red carpet, camera. I want one of those things that the camera goes around you and you can stand on the circle thing. And then you go like this.
Yeah.
You go, ooh, look at me. Ooh, like,
look at me.
That's what I want. Let's get one of those.
We
in
can
there.
get that.
Yeah, you think we can make that happen?
Yeah,
well,
probably.
I know Bunting's got like a nice
Bunting.
Bunting's got like some sort of photo booth thing set up.
Yeah,
So
and he offered it up.
yeah.
I
So
saw
we'll
that.
that'll be a lot of fun.
We'll do it right.
Yeah, I think it's Anyway, Nasty Bash song's so good. That's
So you
happy with
wrote
that one.
this.
Yeah, I wrote the lyrics, Tommy. And you know what? It's sometimes like the Evander Kane song hasn't happened yet. Not sure it's going to be necessary, but got the it just nothing is clicked perfectly for that. This thing, I was just sitting there while you were gone, having a barbecue with Tam and the kids one night, and we were listening to this song. Our family loves the original, and to be honest with you, the line that got me going first was the one. Here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4, and in my mind, I was just like, okay, what rhymes with 4? Well, door. Tommy met a new girl, headed out the door.
I'm
and
gonna get text
and then it was just like,
messages today.
oh yeah, I know you are.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I did.
I wrote that whole song. Like we put the kids to bed. I went downstairs and banged it out in like 90 minutes. It was just it's what like some of those a song that's already catchy. It's easy to write something to, and it was just like boom, 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 boom. So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I'm gonna have to.
A lot of fun. Anyway, part of a big song, Tommy. So that's
Beautiful.
good.
You're a poet.
Thanks, man.
That's why I love you.
I think the line I'm most proud of was the Norman at Combine. This was tough because it gets quicker there.
Yes,
and
picks up.
So it goes 6 o'clockers right and left. Let me pour some on your head. Moment we won't soon forget. And then it's of oh Lord, they go, hey Norm.
Hey
so
Norm.
It ties in nicely.
Okay. So you baptized Norm.
Yeah, only one.
This did happen.
Just one person a year at the Nasty Bash. We went out onto the deck and took 6 o'clock lager. Norm laid back and boom. And everybody's loving it. It was a lot of fun. So
there were
we
some
drank
people,
a lot of 6 o'clock lagers.
Yeah.
Shout out. It was a fun time.
I know it's been a couple of weeeks. Shout out to Fergie Prostate and everybody at the
real good
St. Albert Rugby Club. But like, there are people like, you can't do
we were having fun with it. So, yeah.
As a Roman Catholic who grew up in the church, I was like, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Who gives two fiddlesticks?
Yeah, exactly. Nobody's giving fiddlesticks over this. So yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. Right after Normology was like, I'm next. And Grumpy Cat, who's there, Normology's buddy, he's like,
Grumpy Cat's great too.
Grumpy Cat steps in and goes, 1 a year. And I was like, that's a good idea.
That is fantastic.
That's a good idea.
That's
So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Cool Bet Hotline of the day coming up. We got the Esties. We got 2 categories that were mandated to look at today by Matty Wanek. So we'll get into that. That's good.
Okay.
The GOAT does it again. We'll get into that at 7:45 today for Italian Center Shop. Nielson Show brought to you by Southport Chevrolet. Best deal for the best price. Go see Daniel and his team. Tell them we sent you, and you'll get 15% off accessories on your new ride. How's that sound? Sounds real nice, doesn't it? For all the details on everything they're offering up, visit them at www.southfortchev.com. Coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen studio today, where they've got their boneless wings now available, and I have to tell you, they're absolutely delicious. By the time we get to Wellstream today, we might need some Popeyes up in here, so that's probably a good idea. All right, let's get to Mix and Match Mondays, which is a way to give you a little bit of an Oilers fix as we work our way through the off season. August is the worst month for Oilers talk, right? Like, at least in July, you've got the end of free agency, all that stuff. September, oh my God, rookie camp. Can you believe this? But August is the one that sucks for Oilers talk. It's just, I know you all wanted in August, man, but
may I?
Go ahead, Tommy.
In August, all I see about Oilers stuff is the worst, stupidest headlines ever. That's all I'm going to say.
That's it.
That's it. They're the stupidest headlines that are the biggest reaches, and it's because we're that thirsty.
Yeah.
Guess what, my friends? We will be quenched.
Everything's a story,
weeks.
right? Like, everything's a story right now.
It's
Like,
just
nothing's a story. That's the thing. Nothing's a story.
It's like, I get like these alerts in my email every morning. I'm like, Oilers this, Oilers that. I'm like, that is the dumbest headline. That is the dumbest headline. That's not true. That's not going to happen. What day is it? August 5th? Okay, yeah, that's stupid.
Pretty much. But that being said,
let's do it.
I've got line combinations for you.
Perfect.
Mix and Match Mondays brought to you by Pro-Am Sports. They're closed for a summer break. These guys grinded hard during the run to a near Stanley Cup. They're closed this week. We'll be back open on Monday, August 19th for all of your memorabilia needs, all of your jersey needs. Go see the Cooks and crew when they're back, re-energized, ready to go next week. All right, so I tried to stretch it. Now, I'm not going to say you can roll all 4 of these lines evenly because anytime you have McDavid and Draisaitl, you're always going to play them a little bit more, right? But I tried to make as 4 as even line, like 4 lines that you'd be comfortable putting over the boards at any time. And I'm not talking about, Derek Ryan and Corey Perry on the line. I tried to move some pieces around, all right? So spread out the wealth that this team has.
Did you call Bob about these lines?
I didn't check with Stoff.
Thank God.
But if he likes them, I know he'll talk about them on his show, and then they'll get lots of good publicity. All right, here we go. Okay. Top line, Connor McDavid. Connor Brown on the right side.
Are you okay over there?
I think Trent's loving this. Is
this
now.
Last off season, the way you're reacting to this?
Excited.
I wish you had the camera on him right now.
It's a 10.
It's a 10. He's giving me a 10.
Oh my God.
It's
He's
10.
freaking out.
Imagine what he can do now.
That's it.
We observed what he did in the playoffs.
2 out of 3.
I'm done.
Okay.
Sold. Brown with McDavid. Boom. End of game.
Don't need a left winger.
Well, I've done it again. No, seriously, here's the rest of them. So McDavid with Brown on his right side, Skinner on his left side. Really like it. Really like it. All right, so then you're like, what are you going to do with Hyman? Well, what I'm going to do with Hyman is put him alongside Leon Draisaitl. Yeah, but in order to try to make 4 lines that you could possibly run with here, their left winger's not changing the game here, but I think he's a good complementary piece. I'm going to put Matthias Janmark on the left side with Draisaitl and Hyman. Okay?
You are spicy right now.
Well, look, sometimes on a Monday in August, you need to be a spicy boy.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing right now, Tommy.
Evidently.
So then how about this third line, though? How about this? Ryan Nugent-Hopkins.
Yeah.
Strong spine. Not him specifically.
I like the spine. Yeah.
Big spine
three
here.
centers. Very nice.
Nuge
Very nice.
with Dylan Holloway on his left side and Arvidsson on his right side. Best third line in the league. There, I said it. I like that third line. I think it's a real nice third line.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fourth line, you got 4 vets, 2 guys that could definitely play higher up in your lineup. And it's Henrique with Kane and Derek Ryan. So
On the fourth line.
on the fourth line. I've done it.
I saw Derek Ryan skate last week. He looks great.
Looks real nice, right?
Real nice.
So, mission accomplished.
Let's go.
You can play, like you would, like Henrique, Ryan, and Kane on a fourth line is the best fourth line in the entire national.
I'm
hockey.
waiting for the people to be like, how do you justify $5.125 million on the fourth line?
Well, in a fun experiment
It's a
like
fun
this.
experiment.
That's how I justified a fun experiment. Trev, I know you gave me a 10 when you saw Connor Brown with Connor McDavid, but
have you composed
overall
yourself yet?
thoughts on this group here?
Well, that's some serious depth there. That's very deep, and I like it. The only thing, Matthias Janmark being on the second line with Leon, I know he got slotted in the top 6 during the playoffs, and it was kind of a discussion where like, what's going on here? What's why are they doing this? And it lasted 1 game. That's playoffs though, and that was in the Western Conference Finals. So, if you're playing against the Coyotes, or I guess not the Coyotes, the hockey club. Sorry, sorry.
Careful there.
Very careful.
I love how they don't even exist anymore, and we're still mocking them.
I met the owner of the Utah Hockey
you did,
Club.
didn't
Yes.
you? Yeah.
Very nice
What's
man.
he like? Is he a cool dude like us?
He's a nice guy.
Okay, nice.
Nice, but that's the only thing I'd maybe change. I wouldn't mind seeing Holloway with Leon. They seem to have some chemistry there. And Janmark, he seems to strive on the bottom. So
I know.
But
in order to get Kane and
if you
Henrique
get-
on the same line, I was like, somebody's got to slide out. I guess you could put Janmark with Nugent Arvidsson.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, that could work
I
out.
mean, you could do that.
Yeah. So overall, I think I'd give it like a 8.5.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
take
pretty solid.
8.5, depending on where you went to high
Very
school.
generous.
Some people say 8.5
Are you
is,
good at math?
is 85%.
My quick math is okay some days.
No, I would question that.
Is that
it's
an
good.
A? Is that an A?
That's an A, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Just knock it out
I
A's in the
give you an
summer.
A for creativity.
Yeah, thanks, man.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I don't necessarily. I mean, I still think the first ones I rolled out. Remember, they won the Stanley Cup on the simulation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And computers are never wrong.
When you peak
Neither
that,
are
when you peak that
Excel
early,
sheets.
what are you supposed to do when you peak that early? Right. So,
Yeah.
if you want to chime in on this, Paris Jewelers inbox 780-218-9999 780-218-9999.
Oh, I don't get to say anything.
99. Well, no, we're not done yet.
Oh, okay.
What do you think of it?
Whatever. Shitty.
You don't like those lines?
No, they suck. It's deep off season.
What?
Look, no, but this
They're
is
unrealistic.
this is the message that we're trying to send here today.
Yes.
Hard to screw this up.
Yes.
Like Knobloch, you better win a Stanley Cup because you've been gifted a
but
very nice
This
lineup.
isn't on Knobloch.
Well, the line combinations are. He's the
Well,
coach.
Yeah, okay. It's not like he's going to be like, I need Derek Ryan on the first line tomorrow against Utah Hockey Club.
Yeah.
To showcase him for Utah Hockey Club, who some people...
Are they in the market for Derek Ryan? Is that what's going on right now?
Stop it.
Oh, okay, sorry.
But there are some people who have like grasped at those strings already. Relax. Man, this is a good... Again, going back to my last 2 weeks around hockey people, they're just like, damn it, that team just got better, didn't it?
Yeah, they did.
And I was like, yeah, they actually did. And I remember the days where like that team sucks. And I'll be like, yeah, it sucks. Now it's the total opposite. Like this is such a sweetheart situation that Dusty, those lines that you just proposed, even if they started the first 10 games with them, they'd probably be 6-2.
Exactly. Thank you, Tommy. Like that's the message here is that no matter the combination of forwards, because you've added 2 really good guys, kept the pieces that you really wanted to keep, eliminated some of the pieces that people thought were issues last year, you should be hard not to put a good roster on the ice.
This roster's set. They have flexibility. It's deep. The day you and I think it was you and I on the oil stream, you asked me, or I'm pretty sure it was you, or maybe it was Maddie when he's filling in for you. It was like, how does this go wrong? And I like broke it down. People were like genuinely salty about it. And I was like, I don't think it's going to go wrong. This is a good damn team.
Yeah, they're good. They're going to be.
They're good. Even this weird lineup that you threw out today, which
I mean, you can call
I
it
look
weird.
forward to
Other
chewing
people call
on
it good, but that's all right. You can call it weird. Like, that's fine.
It's bizarre. Probably won't happen. I look forward to discussing further later on today.
780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. Derek V over on the Nasty Chat says 85% gets you on the honor roll, Dusty. Is that what we're doing for honor roll nowadays? Like, you just 85%?
Never gotten
you're on the honor roll?
I think in college it was 80%.
For an honor roll?
80%. 80%.
I graduated with honors. I don't know what that means. It's on my diploma.
Yeah, well, you did very good.
It said on your diploma with honors?
Yeah.
I must have that too then, because I was like,
if I can get it.
Like I was like 3.98 or something. Like, now it's broadcast school. It's not rocket science. I literally didn't have to write a paper in 2 years.
I went in Florida, of all places. Take it as you will. I remember a camera guy. We were talking about college, and he goes, and I said, "Well, in broadcast school, I did this, this, and this." And the guy's like, "Broadcast school?" And he was like offended that I didn't call it college.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, man, broadcast school."
Well,
where did you learn to hit the on-off? Record off button, dickhead.
Yeah, I went to community college.
Yeah,
that's where I went. I also went to university for 1 year, but it wasn't my thing.
Yeah.
Like books and stuff, that sucked.
Yeah,
so
I was just like, you feel short-sighted that that I called it broadcast school and not college.
Did you think it was because you were being an elitist? Like, I went to broadcast school. Ooh.
I took
maybe.
I don't know.
Knows,
anyway,
maybe.
I remember that, and I was like, yeah, broadcast school, dude. It's not that hard. I got honors.
780-21. Here we are bragging about honors in broadcast
I'm not.
school.
I'm dumb.
780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. That'll get you into the Paris Jewelers inbox today. Second half of the show coming up. We are going to dive into these Estes. The first category is very interesting. I don't know how you decide that. We're going to get to that's good for Italian Center Shop. MVP.
Yes.
At 39. Playing with the best players in the world. Pretty impressive.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
That's good. Don't worry, I got this one.
Yeah, no, I figure.
You can go lay back down on the couch for 15 minutes.
No.
I got, it's not the show,
but
I'm going to get into it. Kind of easy trivia, 3 questions too many. And we're going to dive into the Olympics a little bit. They've come and gone. Did you get sucked into the Summer Olympics this year? Mm-hmm. What event was it that got you in? What did you think of breakdance? Like, there's a bunch of different things we can talk about with the Olympics. So we'll go there around 8:30, and we'll get to That Hurts coming up here as well. We might even get to That Hurts in this hour. If you're at the Elks game yesterday, let us know if you popped by the tent at the tailgate. Tailgate looked like it was absolutely rocking yesterday. Actually, you know what? Let's get to That Hurts right now, Trev. Let's bring up That Hurts because we do have to get to the conversation. We hit it a little bit in the 6 o'clock hour, but That Hurts is brought to you by SBLLP. Albertans suffer personal injuries and accidents every single day, but many of you are too overwhelmed to seek the legal advice that you need, so just leave it in their hands. The experts, the personal injury lawyers at SBLLP, have the experience to gather evidence, advance your claim to ensure you get fair compensation. And the best part is, you don't need to be intimidated by the process. Go to www.sb-llp.com, click on personal injury, or call 780-438-5281. No need to feel shame. Let SBLLP handle the claim. There's no other way to go here. I mean, usually you can look at that hurts, and you can have non-injury related stories. But Trey Ford being knocked out of the game yesterday, when he came out to start the third quarter, he tried.
Yeah.
Not in the game, but he's trying on the sideline to throw, and every time he threw, you could feel like you could tell he was wincing. Then he went and sat down on the bench, and he was in tears. He was in tears on the bench. They came over, a few guys came over, tried to console him. Mm-hmm. He sort of sucked it up after that, went to try to throw a little bit more. But You get your opportunity last year. You do the most with it. You're the only guy who's won a game for this team at quarterback in their last 31 or whatever it is now.
We had the stat last night.
Yeah, it's insane. You get replaced as the starting quarterback this season. Your team starts 0-7. They finally, and I will add in here, somewhat reluctantly go back to you. You come into a game, you throw for 3 touchdowns, you impress everybody, so you get the next start. You go on the road against a very good Riders defense and hang over 42 on them.
They light them up.
And then you come home for your first home start in a long time. Come out to a huge round of applause from the crowd. They want to see you play the position. You start the game 6 for 6, 98 yards. You've got a lead. And then you're doing what you do best. You're on the run trying to get away. And you get tackled, you get taken down, and you have to leave the game with some sort of midsection ribbish injury.
Yeah.
That hurts for Trey. You okay over there, Trev?
Bless you.
That was a loud sneeze. Yeah. That hurts for Trey Ford, man. Like, you just had to feel for the guy yesterday.
Yeah.
Like,
I do feel bad for him. I enjoy watching him. I think he is proving, and it's only taken like a game game and a half, because they're up 19-10 at the half. This is the guy. And if they can't find a way to keep him, it's going to be like the blunder of the decade in the CFL.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of blunders. Like, listen, all due respect to McLeod Bethel Thompson. He's a pro's pro, kind of a mercenary this year. We'll see what happens with Nathan Rourke, obviously. But if you're the Elks, number 2 has to be your guy. You will have to have a good second quarterback. We're seeing that. We talked about it again last night about tandems in the CFL, much like
pretty much got to have 2 guys you can play
in the NHL. Yep. Trey Ford is legit, and I think he's proving that. And I think it sounds like indications are he's going to be okay. And whatever he's dealing with, whatever hampered him last night, should be short-term. Should. I'm not a doctor.
Yeah, hopefully it's something that you can start throwing again after 3 days or something like.
And I am happy to see him persevere through this adversity. Not this injury. Obviously, he'll get through it. But like being relegated to essentially the 3rd-string guy out of the gates this year, after being the guy that got them 4 wins last year.
Yeah.
It was a terrible season. 0-9 start. I think listen, talking to him, Dusty, you talk to him too. Like, you listen to him, you hear his attitude. With all the crap he's had to deal with, he maintains a pretty level head. And listen, he's going to have a long career in this league, and I hope it's in green and gold. But, yeah, I think this guy's proving everybody who doubted him wrong.
Well, and people still doubt him. And you look, and I understand it. He's not your, like, I know what you want. You want a 6'3" quarterback in the pocket that'll just sit back and sling it. But in the Canadian Football League, other types of quarterbacks can have success.
And they have.
And Trey Ford has the body type to have that success because he's so damn elusive. Like, it's not a coincidence that when he's in the game, their running game is significantly better. And I'm not talking just because he's running. It's because the defenses have to be so worried about his ability to take off with it that they have to hesitate for just a second.
Yeah.
And if you hesitate for a second, that means you're not filling the hole over here, which means Javon Leak, who ran at a faster pace than any football player in North America in last year, gets that hole. He hits it, he's gone. Trey Ford does that. When they come into the game, and MBT came in, they got the win. But they try to run those same plays where it's like an RPO to Leak.
Yep.
Nobody in the world is expecting McLeod Bethel Thompson to keep that and run with it.
Yeah.
Whereas Trey Ford, if he does it, he's the best athlete on the field. Like, defenders can't catch the guy. So
they're not spying McLeod Bethel Thompson like they are Trey Ford. Like, Rick Campbell straight up told me, he's like, you're going to have to spy him a little bit. So you buy yourself that extra second.
Yeah.
That extra second could be an extra cut for your running back.
An extra second is a lot.
Yeah.
In professional football. So that hurts. The fact that he's out, that hurts.
And
hopefully it's not long.
He's a pocket passer, as he likes to call
Yeah,
himself.
well, he's been throwing the ball well out of the pocket.
And he has, what was he, 18 for 22 in Saskatchewan?
Yeah, he has a better completion percentage than MBT does this year, and that was one of the things that we were talking about. The MBT was doing really well at the beginning of the season. So
yes.
All right, let's get your Cool Bet hotline of the day today for Cool Bet Canada, our official betting partner here on EST. And we'll just keep it simple tonight. Major League Baseball, Toronto Blue Jays, getting the Angels, minus 105 for the Blue Jays. Slight underdog. It's basically a pick 'em. They're at minus 105. The Angels are minus 111. Let's go Toronto Blue Jays tonight, minus 105. Coolbet.com. If you've not yet signed up for an account, you can go to coolbet.com and use the code LOCKSHOP when you do. And we'll have a little bit more details on this later today on the Lock Shop with myself and Huss. But next Tuesday night on the 20th, it'll be the first of the Lock Shop Poker Series. And we're going to give you a chance to come play poker with Huss and I next Tuesday night.
That's cool.
Over on Coolbet. So if you like to play cards, there will be, we're going to have a bounty on Huss and I, and it should be a fun time.
Do you want a World Poker Tour player like Renato Lorenzo Gazzola to come play?
Actually, yeah, he should play in that one.
He should. He would.
Yeah, give him the heads up on that. That's a great idea. You're right. You should play too. Trev, if you want to play it. Cool, but we'll get the whole crew in. It should be a lot of fun. That'll be going down on the 20th. So we'll have more details on that as we work our way through the week. We'll give you all the details on where you can sign up and stuff for that as well. All right, we got a sports update coming up. Then we're going to get into the Esties here.
Perfect.
We're going to talk about show of the year and exit of the year. That's coming up here just after the update. And then, that's good, on the way, a 39-year-old man, the most valuable player at the Olympics, best on best.
Are you okay?
I'm more than okay.
Do you need a cold towel?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to a sports update for our great partners over at Park Mazda with YouTube, Trev.
Hey.
The Edmonton Elks get their second win in a row and second win of the season over the BC Lions with the score of 33-16, despite Elks quarterback Trey Ford getting sidelined by an apparent rib injury in the second quarter. The Elks look to take their winning ways on the road this Saturday in Hamilton and won't be back in Commonwealth until September 7th. Elsewhere in Edmonton, the Edmonton Riverhawks made their playoff debut over the weekend. The Hawks won their first playoff game in the franchise history, but fell short yesterday to the Bellingham Bells. The Hawks look to get back in the win column tonight in Game 3 of the series, which of course you can listen to at edmontonsportstalk.com. The Toronto Blue Jays fell in their 3-game series against the Oakland Athletics, but start a new 3-game series today on the road against the 52-66 Los Angeles Angels. First pitch starts at 7:30. And the Paris Olympics have come to an end. Canada placed 12th in the Olympics, setting a new record with 9 gold medals and 27 total medals, which is the most Canada has ever been able to do at a non-boycotted Summer Olympics. Congrats to all the Canadian athletes. You made us all very proud. Brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and Mitch Lewicki. Mitch is a huge Alan Jackson fan and traded a car for an autograph last night.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a figure skater. He wears like a white outfit and he does interpretive ice dances to my life's journey.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
What say you? A nasty crew. We got the Nielson Show flu. Well, there's nothing we can do about it. What say you? A nasty crew. My wife thinks I got better things to do, but there's nothing I can do about it. We're tuning in on TuneIn, we're listening online. We catch up with the podcast when we fall behind. We're texting in the nasty chat what's on our mind. 780-218-9999. No more interference from corporate interest. Just Dusty and Eric and all of the bad cats. Like Brzezinski and Noodles. Got to engage it. But a cool band to make a little wager. We can't wait for the Monday Mandate. Sharky's always on time. Tommy's always late.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Forget about the old place. Hey, we were number one in the text race. We don't miss all the commercial breaks, but we sure miss Nickelback today. We wanna hear some Huntix and we wanna hear Renee. Wanna hold the neck up when I wanna kiss away. Beat left the tire fire and remember that name. We love every goal song, but what about the games? Macramel, Rapaport, Dragger, Engineer. It ain't Christmas season, but they sound like reindeer. Button and my cousin and the tales of the North. All the fun of giving present, Dusty go on. What say you? AM Nasty Crew. We got the Nielson Show flu. And there's nothing we can do about it. And there's nothing we can do about it. And there's nothing we can do about it.
7:37 on the Nielson Show, presented to you by South Fort Chevrolet. If you're watching over on YouTube today, let's hammer the thumbs up. Close it in on 200 here. Let's change 200 before 8 o'clock. We're within striking distance, 33 away. If you've not yet subbed to the channel, next milestone would be, I guess, 9,700. And then we'll get up to 10,000, which would be a lot of fun as well. You can text us anytime in the Paris Jewelers inbox. We're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio today, and one of your text messages will end up winning text of the day for A and W. All right, so let's. Well, first of all, I actually want to get to this one quick text that came in from Dave in Section T. He says, tailgate just gets better every week. Pass holders lined up, waiting for the gates to open at 2:00, trying to be hospitable to Alan Jackson experience, but for future tailgates, nobody puts baby in the corner. Exactly. Like, I don't know why Alan Jackson. Yeah, it was country night. I get it. And I love country night because I'm a huge, especially they were playing a lot of 90s country.
Yeah, they did.
Huge 90s country guy.
Yeah.
But the Alan Jackson experience just gets to roll in and bumped us, James H. Brown, among others, out of our regular spots.
I says pardon.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, man. I wouldn't even accept being moved for the real Alan Jackson, who Trev did think it was until this morning. If you missed in the 6:00 hour,
I swear it was him. It looked just like him. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Was that the real Alan Jackson?
I fist bumped him after he sang the national anthem.
Yeah, I literally congratulated him and told him I'm a fan of his work, and he said thank you. So what do you say about that?
Who is this guy?
What do you say about that?
So that's like you'd go to Vegas, you'd be like,
"Are you Elvis?
Good job,
Are you
Elvis."
Elvis?
Yeah, like amazing.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's interesting.
It was a bit obnoxious, the RV, and I was like storming up there, and I felt bad for Zach to come. And
you walked up, you're like, "Who the hell are you?"
This is our spot. And there were sweet old people working the merch booth.
Yeah.
For the Alan Jackson experience. And I can't be mad at them. They're sweethearts.
Do you think the Alan Jackson experience guy, like, thinks he's Alan Jackson?
Yes.
Like, do you think he's legitimately crazy?
Yes.
Like he thinks he's Alan Jackson?
I do, and I mean it with all due respect. Yes.
I mean, he's obviously doing a good job at it if Trev thought it was the real Alan Jackson playing the tailgate Edmonton game last night. Like,
and he took up 4 stalls with the merch booth for the Alan Jackson experience.
Still an amazing.
Sounded great.
Amazing time.
Yes.
Tailgate was still absolutely rocking. We're dishing out those EST waters and glasses and potato chips.
What a fantastic. So good. It is so good. Dusty, like
real nice.
The food there is amazing.
We've been talking about it for the last few years, and it gets better and better and better. I was leaving last night. There were still people out there when I was leaving. I popped over. I had a beer with a bunch of people there. They're like, Dusty, do you want a beer? I think they were a little surprised, but I was like, yes, I would. Yes, I will have a beer.
I deserve one.
Yeah, so it was.
If you're not getting a wiener from Joaquin Gage at concession 5 or 7, in house, you're getting something. Your gullet's being full.
Gager dropped off a box. Had they got these Donair sandwiches there?
Yeah. Did he tell you one of those was for me?
Oh, he didn't tell me that. Your name was on the box. I guess I should have thought. I took him out to the truck. If you would have gone out to the truck after,
no,
probably could have gone.
Everybody was gone.
Sorry, man. All right, let's talk about the Estes. It's going to be happening September 17th. Awanik, if you're listening, where's the ticket information on this? What's going on here? People are ready to get their tickets.
On the website, Give me
Some
a
guy
tab.
texted in today, said he's wearing a kilt. He's wearing a full kilt setup.
Is it formal?
To the it's formal. 100% formal.
Respect.
This is we don't want to brag, but it's going to be one of the nicest looking nights in the whole city. I know there's a lot of big events in Edmonton and people go to downtown hotels and stuff.
Yeah, they
We've
do.
secured a theater for the Estes, and we're going to be looking tight. Trev, what are you wearing to the Estes?
TBD. I have not a clue.
Okay. All right.
We'll figure it out.
We'll get you something real nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Tommy, we're one of Tommy's extra tuxes.
Like, are we actually
Literally full
like
tux.
we're like dressing to the
We're not
nines?
messing
Yes.
around.
Oh.
You think we're having the Estes and not wearing suits and ties? You're nuts.
I don't know. I feel like it's like the thing, and then I show up there in the suit and tux, and everyone's just wearing casual. I'm like,
No.
oh,
You know what?
look at this.
All-time thing,
Yeah.
if like all of us are in on the bit and we're like, we got you, Trev. The Estes aren't even a thing. The whole Estes was just us mocking you.
What a ruse.
Yeah.
I'm there.
I mean, I would think Trev has to be in the mix. It's not one of the categories, I don't think, but I was just thinking Rookie of the Year.
Ah.
Hey, that's not a category yet, but
I like that. That's good.
I mean, it's just you and Zach.
If I'm gonna go and mock everything we did last year, I'm gonna do it in a tux.
Rip City Step says, how does Tommy even dress nicer than usual? And he goes, full tux?
Yes.
Question mark? Yes.
Full tux. I'm literally going full tux, and then I'm wearing the shoes that we got from Zapatos.
Yeah, that's a good night for those shoes.
Rodrigo.
All right, we got post that video still. It's
Yes,
all
we
ready
do.
to go. Let's do that this week. Tommy's back now. We'll do that this week.
Yeah.
I made better shoes than Tommy made, if you can believe that.
Oh,
If you can believe that.
we need to put it to a vote. I thought we were gonna do that. We're gonna do it like a vote.
We are. We'll do that this week.
Zapato Sanchez. Those are great. They feel amazing. Don't they?
They're really, really nice shoes. They're custom made for your foot.
Yeah.
Zapato Sanchez.
Zapato Sanchez.
It's in the mall by that place where you can go get those old video games.
Yes.
Yeah. But they never have the ones I want in there. But anyway, I don't
If your shoes are being made by a cobbler named Don Julio,
Yeah.
I think you're in a good spot.
Oh, very good spot. I mean, am I wearing the same old horrible Skechers today? Yes, I am. But we do have those nice shoes. All right, so here's the categories that Maddie wants to talk about today. Kevin in the Nasty Chat goes, I want to be a presenter. Well, we'll have to have a bunch of presenters because there's going to be like 25 awards, 25 to 30 awards. And I guess if like somebody wins and they're not there, I want to talk to Dallas from Nelson and see if he can come up and give us a live performance.
Fantastic. Yes.
Would that not be awesome? Dallas from Nelson, like
was
midway
so
through the
good.
Estes?
Yeah.
God, that would be great. Anyway, so here are the two categories that Maddie wants us to talk about today. Let's start with this one, the exit of the year. That'd be the best exit from an EST event. We had some contenders. We had some contenders. Tommy and his friend from the Nasty Bash. Normology at the Nasty Bash as well. There was another exit from the Nasty Bash that was pretty impressive. I can't remember who it was. Oh, X-Ray J. He left when he
Hey, the photo of
peed his
X-Ray
pants. That's why it's in the song. X-Ray J's pants got a little pissy.
I need to see this photo.
Oh yeah, it's on Lieutenant Eric's Twitter. He put it up.
X-Ray J.
Okay.
Yeah. What a beauty. X-Ray J, you're a beauty. Anyway, I'm trying to think of other exits from EST events.
Oh, so it has to be from.
Well, I was going to say, does that have to be from event or can it be when somebody walks out on the hangout?
I was going to say the first one that sticks with me is.
And the reason we're
LT.
doing this is that people can submit your ideas for this. So we can put our list of nominees together. Go ahead, Trev. Sorry.
But
need to discuss.
when I hear exit, the first thing that comes to mind is when LT just said, I'm done. And he walked out of the one draft, I believe. What draft was that? The Christmas draft?
It was early.
Do we have another
I think
category?
it was the
for
Christmas
that?
draft.
But I respect that walkout.
But then he did it again, and so then it kind of
it loses its luster. But we have an award for walkout of the year, best exit on a live EST show.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
maybe we merged them
separate.
together. I don't know. Maybe we merged them together. But that's for a different date. We can't talk about that one right now because Maddie will get mad. So if you were at the Nasty Bash and you remember some good exits, or at the golf tournament and you remember some good exits at the golf tournament, text those in. And by the way, also, if you have any videos or pictures from the Nasty Bash, can you email them to business@edmontonsportstalk.com? Because we want to take them, take the new Nasty Bash song and put together a video. So I know lots of you have the videos, pictures, business@edmontonsportstalk.com. Then Trev can build a sick video to the new song. Okay, so that's one of the categories that we're discussing today, exit of the year. So if there's any other ones there, let us know. We're going to do this for all the categories because we don't want to miss anything. And those of you who are listening every single day on TuneIn or iHeart, edmontonsportstalk.com, watching on YouTube, listen to the podcast, I guarantee there'll be some times you're like, oh, what about this? And we're like, oh, we totally forgot about that. So do not feel don't be shy. Text in and let us know. Okay, but here's the other. This is I don't know how we determine this. Like, so this is one of what Maddie's referring to as one of the 4 marquee awards. This is one of the big ones. He refers to these as like record of the year, album of the year, song of the year type of thing.
Yeah.
Or best picture, actor, actress, director. This is an interesting one. It's the show of the year at Edmonton Sports Talk. And we're not talking individual episode. We're talking the show of the year. Like Nielsen Show, Hangout, Lock Shop, 2 Guys, Oil Stream pre and post, Green and Gold pre and post. Too early. Not going to win the Esty. Sorry, Maddie and Milne, but it's, Hello Hockey, and then VIP Golf Show with Murray McCord on the weekends. So what is the show of the year?
Yeah.
At the Estes.
Yeah, call it a hunch. I feel like I know who's going to win this one. Hello Hockey.
Oh, my God. An underdog story. Underdog story.
Boom.
I don't know how you determine this. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. If you had a vote on this, where would it go? And Maddie's got the whole process laid out on people. I think Nasty Club members are gonna have a chance to vote, and then he's taking it down to a committee of 3. Really, today on the Hangout, Maddie should lay out exactly the procedures for the Estes. But Nielsen Show, Hangout, Lock Shop, 2 Guys, Oil Stream pre and post, Green and Gold pre and post, Hello Hockey, VIP Golf. By the time we get to next year, we'll also have the midday show, and we'll have the Reed Wilkins show that would be on this list. Tommy, early thoughts on which show is going to win show of the year?
Hello Hockey. It's the best show on this station.
I thought you were joking earlier, so that's my bad.
Completely biased because I am completely partial to. No, great. Listen, great options, but we have an anchor show. It's the Oil Stream post game show, obviously. Probably the morning show, but Hangout has been like a revelation.
Well, the Hangout
honestly.
is something that isn't done anywhere else in the market.
No, and it's right? Hard to describe. It's its own thing. Just being out and about in the city, and people are like, "Hey, that Hangout, I like it. It's weird, but I like it." And we're like, "Great, that's what it is."
Can you imagine though, Owanik?
No,
stepping up to accept show of the year. Oh my God.
Gloat.
Can't have it, man.
Settle down, Matthew.
The guy doesn't handle winning very well at all. That's going to be tough. Remember when he cheated in the race?
Yes, I do.
Could
you imagine him doing like a little shimmy and a shake
onto the stage? Yeah. Oh my God. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. Oh, yeah, this is a good one for an exit. See, this is why we're doing this. This is good because pre and post at Hudson's throughout the year.
Oh.
Norman at Combine's nominating his wife, Sticky Rice, leaving Hudson's on white when she called all the boys Debbie Downers.
Yeah, Sticky
Remember
Rice
that?
is great. She's fun. Man, we had...
She was really into it that night.
Yeah, she was. We've had a lot of fun. Hopefully we get... I think we're going to take the show on the road again next.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, we had some really good times.
I totally forgot it, but see, that's why we do this because some exits from pre and post, man, would be pretty good.
And can I say something? Like, White Avenue is its own beast, but West Edmonton Mall location, there are some weird people that go to West Edmonton Mall.
Oh yeah,
like very strange.
There's also lots of normal people like me who also go to West Edmonton Mall and love it.
Yeah,
I love West Edmonton Mall.
Well, no, I'm not saying West Edmonton Mall in general. I'm just saying like it. I'll use this as an example. I'll be sitting there getting ready for post game on Bourbon Street, and Hudson's is literally right outside the door. It's the first left as you walk into Bourbon Street, and you see some weird crap walking in.
Oh yeah.
West Edmonton, and you're just like, what happened to you tonight?
All right, let's get to some of these text messages on what the show of the year is. Brent is in and says, Nielsen Show should be the favorite, but I can see the Hangout winning it. Mm-hmm. Capital C says, the Hangout, it's not even close. Sorry, Dusty. Sully's in and says, I love the morning show, but I think it's the Hangouts to lose.
Wow.
Scalding Gourd says, the Hangout is the best show, new, original, and featured the return of Fraser. Yeah. That's a good one. Old Nielsen says, Nielsen Show hands down. Joel says the post-game show because Tommy has to deal with all the crazies.
Thank you, Joel.
That's true
it.
though.
It is.
That's the one that I was thinking would be a post-game show on a year where the Oilers took a legitimate run to the cup.
Incredible. And Trev, like firsthand experience. Like we didn't do callers this year, and I think that was a great decision because the Nasty Chat is its own beast. But
yeah,
there was a lot of like the other fans coming in from other markets. Insane.
Yeah,
insane.
That was fun. That was a lot of
fans,
fun.
Very bitter.
I used to love hopping on that. Man,
you were great. Like everybody,
I loved getting into that chat. I was
everybody
fired up
got
it.
into it. Yeah.
Let's see here. Hampton Steve says, show of the year is the Nielson Show. It's the bedrock for the entire station that was being built around. Yeah, I mean, okay.
Fair.
But I mean, you're just gonna give it to the headline show every year? You can't do that.
You can.
I want to be a dynasty.
Like Friends is still
a dynasty.
talked about.
Like, yeah. Rams fan says Nielsen Show win it hands down. It's the flagship show. Yeah, but there's a lot of love here for the there's a lot of love for the hangout today, which is nice.
It's nice to hear other shows receiving consideration from listeners.
Like this is another gig. This is what we said earlier. It's got to be the hangout just because it's a new idea in radio and brings out a wide range of voices. So you got that going for
That's
you.
Cool. That is very cool. Very cool.
Guys, I'm not sure who saw this exit, but Lieutenant Eric from the Birdie Booze launch, without saying goodbye, he just jumped over a concrete bench and ran down the street.
He does that.
Let me put that here.
Yeah.
LTE Birdie Booze launch. I wasn't at the Birdie Booze launch, so
it was fun.
But that's a good one as well.
I got.
Yeah, you had a good day that day?
Adequately inebriated.
Surveyor Brett says, guys, is it like the show in general or a specific episode of each show? That's that's its own category. Like, let me just lay out some of the categories for you here. So today we're just talking about show of the year and exit of the year. And then like tomorrow we'll get to guest of the year, draft of the year. Mm-hmm. There's episode of the year, which will be, there's some big ones there. Text of the year, texter of the year. So, I mean, we're talking the Nasties getting awarded here.
Yeah.
The best friend of EST, which would be all of our, Elks Call, Turf District, Pipeline Show, MCTV.
They're great.
You can hear those here. Yeah. Oilers Live, obviously. Crusher.
Yeah.
The best live performance of the year, like with song like Josh Clausen rapping, Dr. J when he played the tuba on the A&W. I thought we nailed that one.
That was hilarious.
That was
when
a lot
I walked
of fun.
in, I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
Hitting all the things.
And you guys are hitting the triangle. I'm like,
the original AM Nasty song of the year, moment of the year, most committed AM Nasty, hottest take of the year, the hangout of the year. That could be kind of episode of the year, but rant of the year, best on location of the year, hangout guest, event of the year. That's good events this year. That was gonna be a tough one. And then the AM Nasty of the year. Plus, we'll also have a Lifetime Achievement Award.
already?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, let's just say the Esties are going to be unbelievable.
This is going to be so much fun. Last night, after the game, somebody was like, "Are you Tom?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I know that voice." I was like, "Thank you." He goes, "I listen only on iHeart."
Okay.
And I love it. And I was like, "Thank you." Like, I appreciate that. And my brother was beside me. My brother was
Paulie was in the one. Yeah.
Paulie was trashed. He had a great time at the football game.
Good.
And I'm like, "This is my brother Paul." And he goes, "Are you the guy that got mad at Tom about the ball hockey thing?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I know you. I know you. You need to settle down." And I'm like, he was mad at me for a month. Like, it's incredible how, like, the little things kind of stick.
Oh, for
and
sure,
they did
man,
at the old station too. But he was listening. He's like, "Are you Tom?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then the fact that he knew my brother was a crybaby was amazing.
780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. Somebody said, guys, where does the ripoff at Remax fit into these categories?
Ooh.
And that's why, you know what? What about controversy of the year? There's a lot of controversy
There was
around this
lots of
building. Like
controversies.
on different shows and drafts,
Yeah.
like Owanek like leaving as commish.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. Like that could be there. The ripoff. I mean, they're all kind of Maddie related, but that's all good.
Common theme.
All right, so continue to chime in over there. It's going to be fun, man. The SCs are going to be unreal. It's going to be a real nice time. Looking forward to it. VR Montenegro with an interesting one. The lock shop makes me bank. Show of the year for sure. It's a good point. If you're watching or listening to Lock Shop, you're probably making money off of Edmonton Sports Talk. So
Good.
that's good.
VR Montenegro, you told me a neat little story about him.
Yeah, he goes to the tailgate, then just goes home. Which is, I mean, I would suggest coming to the game, but yeah. All right, can we? Man, I can't believe we had no guests today, but I'm running out of time. We're gonna get into the Olympics. You know what? I'll save it. I want to get. That's good.
When is beer of the week?
LeBron James. That's not till Friday, Tommy.
Damn it.
LeBron James, an MVP at the age of 39.
Yeah. Okay.
Legendary stuff. That's good. We're gonna get to that coming up. Don't want to jam it in now because I can't do it in 2 minutes. I need more time. I need more time to look at all of the. Are
you fulfilled?
All of the sad people on Twitter who just can't imagine a world where LeBron at 39 was better in the Olympics than Jordan was in his prime at 29 playing against a bunch of rec league players who played basketball part-time.
Oh.
Hello. It's on. It's on in hour number 3. Let's go. Bring it. I'm here for the heat. I know. And guess what? I'm like that breakdancer guy who picked the other guy's move out at the same time. Save your 6-0 texts. I know they're going to come in again. 6-0. Figure it out. Spicy today.
You're salty.
I'm salty.
What happened to you?
Salty today. I need more tea. I already drank my whole tea already.
Make some coffee.
I don't like coffee. All right, we need somebody to play kind of easy trivia today. We got a gift certificate to Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual, the casualest place ever. We're almost changing 200 here. 9 away. If you're watching right now on YouTube, hammer the thumbs up. We'll get to that. But if you'd like to play kind of easy trivia, text Trev right now, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. Text Trev, let him know you'd like to play kind of easy trivia today, and we will get to that. And you know what could have been a moment of the year in the Estes?
What?
I don't know if you would have been working last week at the camps, but that guy who Owen, when he played kind of easy trivia.
What happened?
Well, he did it. I was doing it in like Throw Mama from the Train voice, and he was as well. And I asked him the one question, and he was just like, I had a dream and Trevor Harris was trying to kill me. I was just like, oh my God. Like, I was so good.
That was really
That's
good.
when I was on the road. That was a road show in Winnipeg.
I caught a tiny bit of that.
Yeah. Man, that was too good. Anyway, if you want to play kind of easy trivia today, 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. If you like to play kind of easy trivia, text in. Just say, hey, Trev, pick me, and we'll get to that coming up. 3 questions too many on the way as well. We will get to, that's good. We're going to talk Olympics. I mean, Olympics were good for Canada. I know, like, the Canadian, Button's wife works for the Canadian Olympics, so she's over there.
Fantastic.
And she said the vibe around Canadian athletes was just terrific this year.
I got emotional watching our athletes.
Good.
Love them. Like, it's
the 4x100?
Cool.
Come on.
Amazing.
Come
amazing.
on. Yeah.
Amazing. I love the Olympics. I was all in. And Canada did us proud again, as always, as they always do.
All right, let's get to a sports update with YouTube Trev knocking these things out of the park today. This one is for Claiborne Services. If you're looking for work, congratulations, you're hired. ClaiborneServices.com. They basically go to their website, just pick a start date. Now, there's some vetting, obviously, here. But if you're looking for work, you want to make a bunch of money really, really quickly, they can help you out with that as well. ClaiborneServices.com. Trev's got more on that with an update.
The Alan Jackson Experience got the party started ahead of the Elks game yesterday, not to be confused with the real Alan Jackson. The Edmonton Elks get their second win in a row and second win of the season over the BC Lions with the score of 33-16, despite Elks quarterback Trey Ford getting sidelined by an apparent rib injury in the second quarter. The Elks look to take their winning ways on the road this Saturday in Hamilton and won't be back in Commonwealth until September 7th. Elsewhere in Edmonton, the Edmonton Riverhawks made their playoff debut over the weekend. The Hawks won their first playoff game in the franchise history, but fell short yesterday to the Bellingham Bells. The Hawks look to get back in the win column tonight in Game 3 of this series, which of course you can listen to at edmontonsportstalk.com. The Toronto Blue Jays fell in their 3-game series against the Oakland Athletics, but start a new 3-game series today on the road against the 52-66 Los Angeles Angels. First pitch starts at 7:30. And the Paris Olympics have come to an end. Canada placed 12th in the Olympics, setting a new record with 9 gold medals and 27 total medals, which is the most Canada has ever been able to do at a non-boycotted Summer Olympics. Congrats to all the Canadian athletes. You've made all of us very proud. Take your career to the next level with Clayburn Services. They are hiring all positions, including journeyman bricklayers and apprentices of all levels. Take advantage of their outstanding mentorship program and work with peace of mind knowing they are an industry leader in safety. Visit www.clayburnservices.com or make it easy and give Jeff a call at 780-910-6728. Yeah.
The Nasty Bash was awesome, so let's remember it with this song. The EST on Corey B, tattoos still looking strong. 6:30 wasn't working, so old Smash said so long. AM Nasty C and Frazier yelling, turn your headlights on. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tommy met a new girl heading out the door. Normology stripping, his shirt just hit the floor. Oh my, good lord. Someone poured me birdie booze on a shot ski. Now you know Reed Wilkins was a mystery. X-Ray J's pants got a little pissy. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. 6 o'clockers right and left, let me pour it on her head. Moment we won't soon forget. Hey Norm, Fergie's backflips let us in. Made the last table again, rode it out till 2 a.m. Oh Lord. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tommy met a new girl heading out the door. Normology stripping, his shirt just hit the floor. Oh my, good lord. Someone poured me birdie booze on a shot ski. Now you know Reed Wilkins was a mystery. X-Ray J's pants got a little pissy. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. Everybody at the bash was a nasty.
What's going on? We are back rocking and rolling. Tell me later. I hear that. Tell me later. It is the Nielson Show, brought to you by our great partners, South Ford Chevrolet. Go tell them we sent you. They'll hook you up 15% off accessories on your new ride. You go to dealer for Silverado 1500 heavy duties. Visit their website, www.southfortchev.com, and they got the employee pricing locked and loaded here in the month of August as well. Save up to $12,000 on the new Tahoe or Suburban. Excellent stock available as well. Also save up to $14,000 on Silverados and heavy duties. No big deal.
I need a new vehicle.
Well,
I'm not a truck guy though.
No, you can't be a truck guy. You could be a truck guy. That'd be tough to park in your parking with a truck.
It's tight.
Yeah, that'd be tough. I'm very good. I don't want to sit here. I don't want to make Monday about like a brag, but I'm pretty good at parking a truck.
You've embraced truck.
Yeah,
guy.
like truck parking. I'm not guy who's like, I'm going to park way out here now. Now my wife will be like, we always park far away, but no matter the vehicle, I always just take an easy spot. But I'll wedge that truck in parallel parking. I did downtown last night. I was downtown, went for dinner after the game, and it was busy downtown last night.
So much was happening this
fell
weekend.
in love with the girl at the rock show, right?
Yes.
There's a punk show right next to Rogers Place there.
No Effects.
The Nofix was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very busy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Man, the city in the summer just hums.
It was real nice.
It's
yeah.
fantastic.
Anyway, I parallel parked the truck last night and felt pretty good about it.
You should.
It was a bigger spot, but still.
You should.
Yeah. I was worried about that when I first got the truck, but not anymore.
You've become truck guy.
Still technically haven't really hauled much, but whatever.
Yeah, I believe the hauling thing is like a bravado that is 85% BS.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, who's playing kind of easy trivia today? Who do we got, Trev?
Derek's going to give it a go.
Derek
Let's go,
is
Derek.
going to play today. Let's see here. All right, Derek, what do we got? Well, some CFL questions, some Olympic questions today.
Fantastic.
Let's go to let's bring in Derek this morning. Derek, good morning. How you doing, man? Uh-oh.
No.
Uh-oh.
Don't do this to me.
Did Maddie screw up the board with the Bluetooth? Uh-oh. Derek, are you there? Derek, do we hear you? Try hitting those green buttons or red buttons. Nope. No, Derek. No, Derek. We'll have to get it. Okay, you're going to play for Derek today, Tommy.
Okay.
This is a phone issue. We're on the new board today. That's why the show, at least we were told in the 6 o'clock hour, sounded way better.
Yeah.
But apparently the board is not connecting to the phone.
He's working on it.
Well, are we going to try one more time with Derek?
Oh.
No. Hey, Derek, are you there? No, Derek.
All right, I'll play for Derek.
Maddie will get this sorted out.
He gets the win when I clinch the win.
Yeah, of course he does. Yeah. All right, Derek, it's Derek, stay listening. Gazzola's going to play today.
You got it.
What do they call when you step in for somebody else? What's that? Is a word?
Pinch hitting.
No, that would work, but I was thinking somebody else. Something else. Can't remember. Oh, like when you're...
Proxy?
Proxy. You're proxying for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's what we're going to do.
So what are we playing for, dog?
No, Mr. Mike's gift certificate.
Sirloin bites.
Yes, exactly. Sirloin bites.
That's all I wanted to say.
All right. I'll start the ticker, Tommy, who is now Derek. You need to get 3 out of 5 correct, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Great.
Get to Mr. Mike's. Hampton Inn, corner of 137th Avenue, Mark Messier Trail. Got the 6 o'clocker lager on tap. If you don't get this one today, you're fired on the spot. I'm telling you right now.
Well, it's been great.
On the spot.
Okay.
Done. Here we go. Did the Elks win yesterday?
Yeah.
What position does Javon Leake play?
Running back.
Name one quarterback on the Elks.
McLeod Bethel Thompson.
What Olympic sport does Andre DeGrasse compete in?
Sprinting.
Which North American city will host the 2028 Olympics?
Oklahoma City.
Boom.
It will.
No! My God. Damn it, Shake, stop it!
They are going to remember that AM radio is a viable and modern source for news and entertainment.
Totally.
People don't listen to AM like they used to. Seems like it's more about FM and color TV.
That's stupid.
It sure is, Kevin.
I'm stoked. You stoked?
I'm stoked.
I'm so stoked. You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
Cannot come to my house. No, not today.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know. So I didn't know this. So the Olympics are going to be in LA in 2028.
Yes.
But
Oklahoma City is like the Tahiti of the Paris 2024 Olympics.
Never thought I'd hear that.
I know. Well, that's my
And
old
so what are they
hometown.
having there? What are they having there?
I believe it's the rowing events. I want to confirm.
So Oklahoma City's big for rowing?
No, it's not. It's like Edmonton. It has like a river.
Was LA just like, no, we're not going to do rowing? Let's.
Correct.
Congratulations, you made the Olympics. You're going to Oklahoma City.
Yeah. And it's not as sexy as LA. I love Oklahoma. It has a soft spot in my heart. But yes, Oklahoma City will be part of the 2028 Olympics.
All right. Well, there I did not know. So 5 for 5.
Well done,
5 for
Derek.
5. Nice work,
well
Derek.
Done.
Nice work, Derek. You did a good job, sir. Penner's Pancake says, do all of Maddie's eternal emails have high importance clicked and mandatory in the header?
Yes.
Probably. Probably.
And he has automatic reply on all the time.
Sorry, I'm busy. I'll get back to you at my convenience.
Yes.
All right. That hurts. We already hit the Trey Ford injury. If you're at the game yesterday, Edmonton Elks have won 2 in a row. They've won at home. The next time that you'll see them at home will be the rematch game against Calgary. So they can go out on the road. If they can win 2 of 3, they're coming back with 4 wins and being some good momentum into early September. Plus, September's interesting. I talked about this in the broadcast last night. Right now, the Elks are 2 points back of the Bombers.
Yep.
4 points back of Calgary.
Yep.
In September, they go home and away with Calgary, home and away with the Bombers. So if you could I don't expect anybody to run the table 4 in a row.
No.
But if you could somehow win 3 of 4 there, you've got yourself back in the mix here to possibly fight for a playoff spot. So
that locker
I would
room,
expect they split the next 2, beat Hamilton, lose to Montreal. I don't see them going into Montreal and winning. Nobody does. So that's going to be tough. But yeah, if you're at the game yesterday, let us know your thoughts on it. I thought it looked like I was sad that my family wasn't there. They're coming back from Cranbrook today. Tam and the kids would have loved that game yesterday because Marshall has basically just watched losses his entire life at Commonwealth. And yesterday they get a win and they weren't there. But it looked like everybody was having a real nice time.
The whole Cassian clan was there.
Or were they all there?
All of them.
Oh, I didn't
and
see
Cass
that.
was wearing jean shorts.
No, he wasn't.
He was wearing
now
jorts.
were they dark jean shorts?
No,
or
they were light. And Mandy was mocking him.
Of course. Oh man, I can't wait for 2 guys tomorrow.
Mandy was like, "Look what he's."
Now, how long? I see Cass. They're not short shorts.
No, they weren't.
No. Now, were they like finished at the bottom, or were they torn at the bottom?
Were torn.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they were dirty.
Cass, I expect more from you, man.
And Cass was strutting last night on the field. He had the girls on the field. It was a Chappie, his dad, who's a chaplain for the Elks. It was good. But Mandy's like, look at what he's wearing. And he had an Elks t-shirt. I was like, nice. And she goes, no, not that. And I looked down and tattered jean shorts.
Cass, you're killing us, bro.
And I was like, yes. Greasy.
And so everybody was down there.
Yeah. It was
Gager was slinging weens. Cass was down there as well.
I went in for the bro hug with Gager because I hadn't seen him.
Was he all sweaty and
He's
gross?
like, no.
Yeah. Gager's just so disgusting at these games.
He's leaning on the wall. He should have been like ripping a dart when I saw him because he was leaning on the wall outside the bathroom in the concourse and he's sipping a water. And I'm like, what's wrong? He goes, it's so hot in there.
Hey, if you're watching on YouTube today, I don't think we've hit 300 likes on the show since like the end of the playoffs. And it's not a sure thing. Going to need some help here, but we're over 200. 45 minutes left in the show. If you're watching on YouTube right now, hammer the thumbs up, sub to the channel. We would appreciate that. If you're listening on TuneIn or iHeart or at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, please tell your friends how easy it is to consume EST and tell them that we've got Reed Wilkins joining us. Him and Glue Guy, 3 to 6. You haven't been on since we announced.
I
Reed.
know.
You've been gone.
I'm so excited.
How awesome is that, eh? My goodness.
I had people, I'll tell you this. I had people around the NHL, like people in New York being like, you guys just made everyone take notice. And I was like, yeah, we did.
I mean, it's kind of weird that they didn't notice before with all of us.
I know.
But if that's what Reed's bringing to the table, then that's what Reed's bringing to the table, baby. And that's exciting.
Changing 200.
Oh, changing 200. That's nice. Now, we don't have a changing 300. So if we hit 300, you'll have to hit 200 and 100 together. Hey, that would work. Sure. That's how it works. Sure. All right, let's get into 3 questions too many today. Brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda. Go see Mitch and his crew over there. You know that they're going to look after you. Trev, you have a Twitter account we can plug here? Come on, give it to me.
Yes, I do, actually.
How's the race to 1,000 going with you and Milne?
Yeah, man. He's just chugging along. Like I try and I start catching up, and then I look, and then he's ahead of me again by quite a bit. So it was at like less than 100, but now he's over it's like 110 followers. He has more than me. But anyway, follow me at YouTube_Trev.
Okay.
Because I want to beat Milne. I want to beat Glue Guy and chase to 1,000.
All right. We love competitiveness.
Race to 1,000. Let's go.
Here in the office.
Internal competition. Beautiful.
3 questions too many. Brought to you by Park Mazda, where Mitch follows Jay, but not Trev. Sorry, Trev. Question number 1. Dusty, which movie did you like more, Twisters or Deadpool and Wolverine? This was my big day, and it lived up to the hype. So Thursday was an off day, 9 hockey games, Monday to Wednesday. off day, then 3 more games, then 2 more games, and then the football game. So Thursday, I was like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to do anything. Still had to come in here. I had to drop off some equipment for Maddie and then a couple of meetings, but they were good meetings. And then I went to, and you know what I did? I did pay for both tickets.
Good.
Some people were like, so like when I got to the rink.
Oh, don't be greasy.
When I got to the rink the next day,
Come
somebody's like, did you
on.
pay for both tickets? I was like, I did actually. Yes, I did.
Stop.
I will say though, Tam and I, in our late 20s, early 30s, before we had kids, I don't know if I can be arrested for it now, but we did sneak into the old extra movie sometimes. We did. I'll say it. But now
This is not
I'm
confessions.
adult, and I got a confession from the movies for confessions tomorrow.
Okay.
Somebody remind me because I'll probably forget, but I do want to say something about the movies. But it's going to be a confession because even I'm disappointed in me for that one. But Twisters, I love both of them. Deadpool and Wolverine is exactly what you'd expect from a Deadpool and Wolverine movie. Like, I don't know how you can fit Deadpool into the rest of the Marvel universe because he's just too vulgar and vicious. Like,
yeah. But like I said to you last night, do not spoil it. I'm going
oh,
tonight.
no. But
I'm
you know
going
who
tonight.
you know Deadpool.
Yeah, I know
like
Deadpool.
it's F this, it's F that. I don't know how you
Which
can,
I appreciate.
yeah, well, it's hilarious, but
Yeah.
I don't think you can fit that in to the rest of the Marvel universe. So, but anyway,
Okay.
really good movie. I liked it. You'll like it.
Okay.
But I liked Twisters more. And I love the original Twisters. I watched it yesterday morning. I was prepping for the football game. I threw it on, whatever you don't tell, just it's on the background.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I like the new Twisters more than the original. And I love the original. Like Twisters was a really good movie, man.
Yeah.
The action was great. Glenn Powell, I said it on Twitter. He's a hunk.
He's going to be the new It guy.
Oh, 100%.
If he isn't already.
He is already.
Yeah.
This guy's going to be drafted top 3 rounds in the Handsome Man draft.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be looking for that current vote.
Yeah.
And like I fell in love with him in this movie. Like I was just, he's unbelievable. So
And he
Twisters
seems
Twisters
cool.
is 10 out of 10, man. I loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's cool.
Yeah.
He's cool.
Like legit cool because there's like phonies in Hollywood. And Glenn Powell, like you're like, yeah, that guy's cool.
Yeah. That's real nice. So yeah, I would go
And
Twisters.
That scene in Top Gun Maverick where he comes in and he saves them. And
Yeah.
You're like, Hangman. He owned it.
I didn't expect that. I was just like, my God, are they going to get
so
killed here?
good.
And then,
Hangman.
and what he said something, and he goes, "I know I am, Rooster." And it's like he's just so good. So I mean, Powell's a stud, man,
Good.
and he kills it. Trev, have you seen Twisters? Did you go?
No, I have not.
You guys,
I
you
think
saw
I
the
will.
original though,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Oh, yeah. I definitely. Yeah, I'll probably go Tuesdays, Cheap Tuesday. So I like going on Cheap Tuesdays.
They gave me one of those cards at Landmark because I live right beside the theater. Yeah.
Oh,
What's the card do?
I think it's like $1 off. I don't know.
That's still pretty cool though.
Yeah.
yeah, you save quite a bit.
Yeah.
just,
And then like perks, like, yeah. Good call.
I'll definitely go.
Good call.
I think I'll go on a Tuesday. That's the place.
Yeah,
Cheap
Trevor.
Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Hey,
No,
thank you,
that's,
Thomas.
It's gonna be fun. You guys, we should all go to movies together. Yeah, I think I might, if I can convince Tam to leave the kids for a night. I think I might go to Twisters again. Like that's how much I enjoyed it, boys.
Okay.
Yeah, real
That
nice.
good, huh?
Real nice movie.
Okay.
All right, let's get to question number 2. Dusty, I heard you on the broadcast last night say that the next time the Elks are at home, they'd have new ownership. How close is it? I don't want to get into it too much just yet. Don't want to spoil anything. Like, it'd be a big announcement when it all goes down. So
let them have their day.
I don't want to be like insider guy. You got it here. I know what's happening. The plan is
it's done.
It's going to be I would just say right now it's imminent.
Yeah.
Like it's a done deal.
Yeah.
I would expect it to probably be announced at the latest sometime next week. It's a local guy with a lot of money. It's not Daryl Cates. It's a guy who was like a Knothole gang member. Like this is somebody
Hardcore
who's
fan.
passionate about the organization. So I think it's going to be really good. I think they've got some ideas from what I've heard that are going to win a lot of people back. But don't want to steal their thunder when they make the announcement.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people will be very happy about where it's going. So I would think by the time they play again, if they can win two of their next 3, like if they can beat Hamilton, lose to Montreal, beat Calgary, You got new ownership, and you got the rematch, Labor Day rematch game, Tom. You realize the vibe that we'll have at Commonwealth for that game? Like, it's going to be incredible.
The standing ovation, especially on the west side yesterday, you and Suits were talking about, like, looking at the crowd, and I was listening to you guys. I understand on the east side, like the sun, it was hot.
The sun, yeah. A lot of people just move over and sit on the
they
other
just
side.
went over to the other side. But after the game, at the final buzz, final gun, whatever you want to call it, like there was a standing ovation. People want this team to win. The fans are there. Like I know people will dump on the CFL, and they always will because they're ignorant. I think if this team starts to turn it around, we will see that lower bowl legit fill up. And, small sign last night. But if you see, like you said, Dusty, maybe we see the Elks go 3 of the next 4.
Yeah.
And we get to that Labor Day rematch. Like, I hope, I don't know if they're going to open up the top bowl, but they should. I hope so. I hope there's a vibe. And then if the new owner's announced by then.
I do like the idea of having the lower bowl packed and a really good atmosphere in there. You know? And if you can do that, then open up the upper bowl. Like,
I'll be completely selfish and look at it from my point of view. I miss the days when that stadium had 30,000, 35,000.
Yeah.
It's not the same. I understand why they did it. I hope we can change it as a city and football city. But yeah, maybe by then. Maybe wishful thinking perhaps, but yeah.
This one isn't one of our 3 questions, but Grumpy Cat texted in and says, hey guys, when will the Nasty Bash song be in the membership gallery? I'll get it to Awanik today. Probably have it up later today, if not tomorrow morning at the latest. All of our Nasty Club members will have access to the Nasty Bash song, and you can play whenever you want. Jasmine is going to be joining us on the Hangout regularly.
Yes. Excellent addition to
This is good. I like this. She says Twisters was a little overrated. Storyline was dumb. They didn't have any chemistry. Needed more Twisters. I give it 2.5 popcorns out of 5 popcorns. Good. I like that. I mean, I will disagree with you, Jasmine.
Controversy.
Yeah, I will argue with you about this movie for a long time. But I thought it was good. But 2.5 popcorns out of 5 popcorns. That's interesting.
I have no idea. I vaguely remember the original, which you said is a classic and long.
I thought the original was a classic. This one's different enough. It's its own thing, but there's some throwbacks to it. It's real nice. All right. Question number 3. Do you guys think Gavin McKenna can hit that Connor McDavid level?
No.
No, I don't think anybody hits. Like, nothing against Connor Bedard either, but nobody hits a Connor McDavid level.
No.
Could Gavin McKenna be at a Connor Bedard level? Yes. Bedard's more of a shooter. But neither of those guys are hitting. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm selling Bedard short. Sure. But I don't think either of those guys are hitting Connor McDavid levels. Like, Connor McDavid was Connor McDavid. The next generational talent that came along was Bedard. People are putting McKenna into the generational talent discussion as well. Mm-hmm. I just called how many games they play? 5 when it was all said and done. Really, really, really good player. His hands are ridiculous. I thought in this tournament he was trying to beat too many guys one-on-one, but I think in the Western Hockey League he can do that so easily. That's why he was trying to do it in this tournament. I think Matthew Schaefer, the captain on the back end, the defenseman Matthew Schaefer for Canada, he's going to be in it. He's going to be a stud. I would like McKenna, depending on, because he'll probably make the World Junior team as an underage, so he'll miss some time there. But if he was to play a full season in the Western League this year, he'd be a 2-point per game guy. Like, he is a ridiculous talent, but I wouldn't put him at. You can't, if you end up drafting him, he's not eligible until 2 years from now.
It's insane.
He is ridiculous.
He's
but
fantastic.
You
player.
can't hang McDavid expectations on any of these other kids. Like, you just can't.
No. He's going to be a good NHLer. Excellent NHLer, great NHLer. Time will tell.
He's a fun player, though. He's a wicked shot.
I was watching those highlights, and I was like, oh, this kid's head and shoulders. He's fantastic. I'll go out there. I'll take a swing. You're not going to see Connor Bedard on the Canadian team at the
4 Nations? Four Nation face-off? Really?
You're not going to see him.
Well, we had him on our.
He's not making that team.
When Trev made his Oil Stream debut, we did our Olympic rosters for 2026. He was on those. He'll be on that team. He'll be on the Olympic team.
Nope.
What?
I'll tell you right now.
In 2 years, Connor Bedard won't be on the Olympic team? Come on.
Yep.
I understand Four Nations face-off because it's this year, but you don't think he'll be on the Olympic team in 2 years?
I do not.
Why?
I think there's guys ahead of him.
What if he goes out and
the Four
Nations
Nations, this
next
Four
season?
Nations team
Yeah.
is the preface to the Olympic team. And I don't think Connor Bedard...
Yeah, but you can't lock in this team and just take the exact same team to the Olympics.
It's going to be very similar.
I think that's a mistake. So if Connor Bedard doesn't make this year's team, that's fine. Whatever. He's in his second NHL season. But let's say he puts up 100 points next season. Not this season, but the following season. Or he's on a 100-point pace. You're not going to put him on the Olympic team? Or let's say this year he puts up 95 points. You're not going to put him on the Olympic team next year? There's no way. I know you might have a little bit of insight and talk to some people about it, but I can't imagine a world where Bedard's not on the 2026 Olympic team.
Okay. I'll stir it up.
Wow. Trev,
I like Connor
good.
Bedard. I like Connor Bedard. Hey, Steve,
what, are you going to roll Mark Stone and Ryan O'Reilly on the Olympic team ahead of Bedard?
I wouldn't, but
no,
others might.
Kyle the Embalmer's in it says, Tommy is delusional.
Good.
Trev, what do you think about this?
Yeah, this just totally Tommy just threw a wrench at my lines. Because I had him on my first line.
You had him on the first line.
McKinnon.
I had him on the second line.
What year?
What do you mean?
26.
Yeah. I mean, if he puts up a 100-point season, which I think he could be pushing a 100-point season this year, and I think he would back it up with another 100-point season. You watch what he did in juniors. This guy shows up when he represents Canada.
He does. I watched it firsthand, and I was just like, this guy's amazing.
Like, he just destroyed McDavid's numbers when it comes to World Juniors. Like, he's the all-time leading scorer in the World Juniors.
But does that mean he's a good Olympian?
I mean, I think when the pressure, like I feel like he's a big time player, and I'd want him on my team. And I mean, he just imagine, like, you know, he's going to be playing with, you know, a pretty terrible team with Blackhawks, but what he could do with the skilled players of Team Canada, which is just so skilled. I don't know, man. I don't know who you'd put in. Well, you have a lot to put in. It's interesting.
A lot of great players.
It's an interesting take there, Tommy.
Keep an eye on Brad Marchand.
Brad Marchand? Yeah. Well, I had him.
We had him on the team. I would expect he to be on the team.
Yeah, but will he be there in 2026, though?
Maybe.
Well, that was one of the things we did when I said the lines. I was just like, with Stamkos and Marchand, like, how much game do they have left? Yeah. But if we're talking about those guys, then Bedard would be on the team if those guys aren't. Look at this sly dog over here. Somebody just hit us up in the nasty chat or the text line or something that's like, I've been listening for 10 minutes. All I hear is violence.
That was
from Tommy Gazzola.
Kyle the Embalmer.
Rip City Step is in. It says, Tommy's saving room on the wing for Huberdeau. Only in Canada would we laugh about a Huberdeau Olympic joke.
Can I polite golf clap that?
Yeah, you can, Tommy. You definitely can.
Not a chance in hell.
That's that's funny. That's funny. Hey, I want to hit this quickly because it's coming up here right away. It's in a couple days. I don't know how many more spots they have left, but the Feast on the Field. Let's do that. Capital Care Foundation hosting the Feast on the Field Charity Golf Classic with special guest MC Luke Gazdick. We had Gaz on the show a couple weeks ago talking about this. He's working on his MCing. He's never MC'd a big event before.
He's great. He's gonna be.
This is a good one. For more details on this, the Feast on the Field's at Commonwealth Stadium on the field. I was talking with Bruce from William Huff about this. They got a bunch going on, make it look nice. And obviously William Huff gets that done. And then they got the Charity Golf Classic presented by Gilead. That's happening at Redtail. And there will be one foursome that'll get to spend the day golfing with Luke. So it's right away. It's the 14th and 15th. Today's the 12th. So this is this week. It's Wednesday and Thursday. www.capitalcarefoundation.net if you want some more. Maybe you have the week off or something. You're looking for something to do. I know when we had Luke on, they had a bunch of people sign up. So thank you very much because the Capital Care Foundation people were stoked. They're like, I don't believe how many people signed up after you guys talked about the event. I was like, wow, it's cool. Advertising works with EST, which is good to know.
Funny, right?
Yeah. All right. On the way next, let's get to that's good. The Olympics have come and gone. We'll talk about Canadians at the Olympics. We'll talk about a basketball game was actually phenomenal. Steph Curry is a freak. Some of the shots he was hitting.
Are you going to do your LeBron thing?
Yeah, I'll get to it.
Thank you.
I'll get to it here. Yeah,
I want to hear this.
It won't take long. I mean, all I'm doing is reading facts that people just can't accept. It's a real tough life for people out there. So we'll get to that coming up. We'll play the Nasty Bash song again here just after 8:30. Sports update. YouTube Trev. It's all yours, buddy.
The Edmonton Elks get their second win in a row and second win of the season over the BC Lions with the score of 33-16, despite Elks quarterback Trey Ford getting sidelined by an apparent rib injury in the second quarter. The Elks look to take their winning ways on the road this Saturday in Hamilton and won't be back in Commonwealth until September 7th. Elsewhere in Edmonton, the Edmonton Riverhawks made their playoff debut over the weekend. The Hawks won their first playoff game in franchise history, but fell short yesterday to the Bellingham Bells. The Hawks look to get back in the win column tonight in Game 3 of this series, which of course you can listen to at edmontonsportstalk.com. The Toronto Blue Jays fell in their 3-game series against the Oakland Athletics over the weekend, but start a new 3-game series today on the road against the 52-66 Los Angeles Angels. First pitch starts at 7:30. And the Paris Olympics have come to an end. Canada placed 12th in the Olympics, setting a new record with 9 gold medals and 27 total medals, which is the most Canada has ever been able to do at a non-boycotted Summer Olympics. Congrats to all the Canadian athletes. You made us very, very proud. The wait is over. Sit and Sleep is now open. Celebrate with 20,000 square feet of savings on the trendiest furniture, home decor, and mattresses. Apply for your Sit and Sleep card today to make no payment for 18 months interest-free and be entered to win your purchase up to $5,000 on furniture and home decor. You can find them next to Planet Fitness in South Edmonton Common.
Nasty Bash was awesome, so let's remember it with this song. The EST on Corey B, tattoos still looking strong. 6:30 it wasn't working, so old Smash said so long. AM Nasty C and Frazier yelling, turn your headlights on. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tommy met a new girl heading out the door. Normology stripping, his shirt just hit the floor. Oh my, good lord. Someone poured me birdie booze on a shot ski. Now you know Reed Wilkins was a mystery. X-Ray J's fans got a little pissy. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. 6 o'clockers right and left. Let me pour it on your head. Moment we won't soon forget. Hey Norm, Fergie's backflips let us in. Made the last table again. Rode it out till 2 a.m. Oh Lord. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tommy met a new girl heading out the door. Normology stripping, his shirt just hit the floor. Oh my, good lord. Someone poured me birdie booze on a shot ski. Now you know Reed Wilkins was a mystery. X-Ray J's pants got a little pissy. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. Everybody at the bash was a nasty.
8:36.
Everybody at the bash was a nasty.
Yeah, that'll be available for all of you Nasty Club members in the Nasty Club later on today. Matty Owanek, the host of the Green and Gold post-game show.
That's my neighbor.
Then Tommy's the neighbor. Matty Owanek in the house.
Look at him, ice cold. Doesn't even respond to us.
He's too focused. He's too focused on work. He's too focused on the hangout.
Probably had a really good show last night.
Hangout.
He's like, screw you guys.
One of the shows that eligible for a show of the year at the Esties. If you missed it, we were talking today about which of our shows will end up winning show of the year. The Nielson Show, the Hangout, the Lock Shop, Two Guys, Oil Stream pre and post, Green and Gold pre and post, Hello Hockey or VIP Golf Show with Murray McCourt, Curtis Stock, and Zach Tickham hanging around there. Been a good response so far. A lot of Hangout love, a lot of Nielson Show love, a little bit of making that sweet dollar bills off the Lock Shop. Oil Stream post game obviously did really well last year as well. So, if you want to chime in on any of that, 780-218-9999. We're also looking for exits of the year. Lieutenant Eric jumping a bench at the Birdie Booze launch party and just running down the street. That's in there. And then Sticky Rice at one of the Hudson's events. That's Norman Combine's wife, Sticky Rice. She was in one, and she was calling us all Debbie Downers, and then they had to make her leave. So if you have any exits of the year that you can text in, 780-218-9999. Nielson Show, presented to you by South Fort Chevrolet, coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio this morning. All right, let's get into that's good.
Okay.
For Italian Center Shop. I was gone last week. I'm sure Zactica made all those other donuts that we had. Shout out Jess Jackson, who's an AM Nasty like many of you. She was rocking those Italian Center Shop donuts over the weekend as well.
That's
so
pretty good.
You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with them. So we're going to talk more. We'll get to the Canadian Olympics here in a second. But so
just get it.
LeBron James,
get it.
At the age of 39, on a team with Steph and Durant and Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, who they didn't play, Booker, like the best of the best, the who's of the who in professional basketball, gets named the MVP of the tournament.
Yeah.
Come on. That's good. 39. I mean, this dude should be retired already. He's still winning MVPs. And I know Steph, I know it was the MVP of the tournament. LeBron, if you go and look at like efficiency ratings, he was by far the MVP of the tournament. Steph in that final game was ridiculous.
Yes.
Steph is the greatest shooter in the history of basketball. It's not even a conversation. The one shot he took, I was like, why are you shooting that? And it doesn't matter because he still knocks it down. So if you're giving out an MVP for the gold medal final, it's Steph Curry. But like the one thing about LeBron, I love talking about this. In the game against Jokic in Serbia, when they're down double digits,
yes,
going into the fourth quarter,
Yeah,
and Steph made some big shots at the end of that game too. But you're 39 years old. Jokic is a 3-time MVP. You've got Anthony Davis and Joel Embiid on your team. And how do they shut him down in the fourth quarter? The 39-year-old LeBron James decides that he's going to be the guy who guards Jokic. And he does. And they come back and they win the game. Do you know how ridiculous that is? Jokic is in his prime. And LeBron was like, I'll take him. I'll do it. I'll be the guy who shuts him down.
Yeah.
And he did. So I tweeted on August 10th, this was been Saturday, I said, LeBron being better on this team at the age of 39 than MJ was on the Dream Team in his prime is quite the story. That's all I said. I didn't bring up the GOAT conversation. I didn't bring up any of that. I just said LeBron was better on this team at the age of 39 than MJ was in his prime playing against a bunch of scrubs. I watched some videos yesterday. Go watch videos of the Dream Team. Go watch videos of the Dream Team and who they were playing. Like a bunch of dudes wearing T-shirts. Like these guys were...
Wasn't it like only like 15 NBA
No,
players?
6. There were 6 in the tournament back then. Oh. That's all they faced. The French team had 9 this year. It's a completely different level.
Yeah.
So I sent that tweet out and people are sliding in and they are so salty. So, well, Dusty, this is ridiculous. But they're facts. Let me give you the numbers. Let me give you the numbers. So the Dream Team, to think that the Dream Team impacted any of those guys' legacy in any way is ridiculous. They were playing against a bunch of bums. They were by far all of the best players in the world on one team. It's not like you had Doncic on one team, you had Jokic on another team, you had Wemby, by the way, shout out, made the All-Star team. Wemby was unbelievable. The guy's going to be a freak.
Giant.
That one picture of him trying to blocked the Steph shot. That was
great photo.
I mean, that was an all-time moment.
Yeah.
So let me just throw some
Can
numbers your way.
Interject with
Go
what
ahead.
Johnny Alberta just sent into the nasty chat. That 1992 Lithuanian team was stacked, though.
Like, it's pretty ridiculous. LeBron James led this team in every single statistical category. Steph averaged 0.4 more points per game than he did. Okay. Michael Jordan, and this is the facts that some of these people they refuse to accept. Michael Jordan on the Dream Team had the worst field goal percentage on the entire team. He didn't lead the team in scoring. Charles Barkley led the team in scoring. He had the worst field goal percentage on the entire, second worst field goal percentage. Guess who had the worst field goal percentage on that team? A guy who's on the team that you won't even remember.
Was that Christian?
Christian Laettner.
Yeah.
Christian Laettner, who barely played.
Yeah.
So these are just facts. LeBron was better at the age of 39 in the Olympics than Jordan was on the Dream Team at the age of 29. This is a true statement. The numbers back it up. LeBron led the team in assists. He led the team in rebounds. He led the team in blocks. The only thing MJ, he led them in shots attempted because he always just shoots the ball a ton. Simple enough. So, but these people can't deal with it. Just accept the fact you're witnessing greatness right now and enjoy it while you have it. You're never going to see another one like him, ever.
You talk about the owner of the Las Vegas basketball
He'll do
franchise?
whatever he wants after.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's insane.
Anything else?
Nope. That's it. He was by far the MVP of that team. And he did it at the age of 39 against, dare I say it, real basketball players.
Fair point.
MJ put up 4 points, going 1 for 11 versus PUR. I don't even know who that is.
Puerto Rico?
Peru? Puerto Rico? It's not even a conversation.
Maybe he went out
the
night
whole
before.
GOAT thing, that's a whole different conversation. But the facts back up the fact that LeBron was better at 39 against real basketball players than then MJ was on the Dream Team. I know it hurts people to have to deal with that, but it's just facts. It's just numbers. And chalk one up. Chalk one up for Bronny. All right.
You're just...
I'm so sick and tired. Like, even if you go look at the replies on the one tweet, like, they're just, people are, yeah, I can't take it anymore, man. All right, but as for the rest of the Olympics.
Okay.
So, that's good. LeBron, 39, better than MJ was on the Dream Team.
Listen, he's still excellent. What was that stat mid-season? It was like he's averaging the same points per game as he was in his rookie season or something like that. Like,
nobody has been that good for that
consistent.
long.
Yeah.
Ever in the history of the game.
I respect it, man.
As for the rest of the Olympics, what was the big moment in these games for you, Tom?
Oh.
And I think that's a fun conversation to have.
For me, again, like having to ingest nothing but American Olympic propaganda. Propaganda is not the right word. The Canadian men's 4x100 meter relay. Obviously, drone gate. Shame on us. I mean, like, listen, I understand. I respect. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. But not good. Not good. I want to look on the positive. The 4x100 meter.
That was very cool. That was unexpected. Like, it was
fantastic.
Unexpected
And then that was it Noah Lyles being like who disrespecting Canada a few months ago, and then just getting it shoved down. And Bruni Surin calling him out from the '96 Olympic 4x100 meter relay team. Fantastic. I love that. But and it did help cast away the dark shadow and cloud of the soccer fiasco. I think that's it for me. How about you?
The hammer throw guy, the
Everybody loves
22-year-old, just a beauty.
Yeah,
just like he's got the look that you're just like, I love this guy.
This is us.
Like, even if he didn't win,
That's
I'd
our
be
guy.
like, that guy's from Canada, man.
That's our
Like,
guy.
I thought that was And I was watching that live. It's the live moments. Like the 4x100, I was doing a hockey game. So I found out about it in the intermission. But that one was good. I was in a hotel room somewhere for that one. And he, because he did it on his first throw. And then he had like 5, like no scores. Like just like DQ'd or missed or stepped out. But it didn't matter because he was like 5 meters beyond anybody else. Like he just absolutely torched the field. So that's probably the one for me. My kids watched a lot of Olympics. Like they were watching Olympics all day, every day. So I'd love to hear what their answers were. But yeah, that was a big one. The 4x100, when you go back and actually watch it and listen to the call and stuff, very like goosebumpy.
Lane 9.
Yeah. That was pretty cool, man. Trying to think what else really.
The commission's in.
What about you, Trev?
Marco Arope, Edmonton product.
Yes.
Was in the EST studios on the Hangout.
He was on the Hangout.
I
Yes.
shook his hand, and I saw that same hand grab the silver medal, which was a photo finish, and it was so close to being gold. But I am so proud of that guy. That was so cool.
That is cool.
Bringing it home, man. That was really cool. But there were so many, like, look at all the Canadians stories that happened. Summer McIntosh, like the hat trick of gold never happened before. It was really cool. But the one guy, like, there were so many cool moments, and that's what's so beautiful about the Olympics. It's just you set aside politics, and everyone just kind of they're cheering everyone on for the most part usually. But then, like the one guy that was in the shooting competition, and then
here's the beauty too.
Like that guy's
Everybody was talking about him.
Everyone, you see everyone with these crazy glasses they got
and they
on,
have the little flip thingy in their eye, and
he
he's
goes
just
up
like,
there, and he doesn't have the glasses, and both eyes are open.
Yeah.
That was really cool to see. The one pole vaulter setting a record after breaking his previous record, and then
how about him doing the salute? To the
super
shooter?
cool.
Yeah.
And then Djokovic, he finally got gold, Olympic gold. That's the one thing he said he's been chasing. Just to add to the resume, he's never had it before, so that was also really cool. So many great headlines. I absolutely loved it, and can't wait for the next one. Oh, I can't wait.
Well said.
McIntosh was early in the Olympics, so it's like, but man, she was I mean,
fantastic.
She was great.
Man, we're lucky. We have great athletes. Obviously, completely biased, but the other thing too, like Paris as the host city. Let's not forget and respect Tahiti. Well,
of course.
Well done.
Shout out to Tahiti.
Well job. But like being in a prestigious city, country, that I think has recaptured some of the Olympic spirit. I'm sorry, like Beijing, no. Was it Pyeongchang in 2018? COVID years were crap.
If you can't make Paris look special,
they did, and it.
Reed Wilkins is here.
Oh
my God!
I know that guy.
What a hangout surprise!
I'm gonna get his autograph later.
What a hangout surprise!
But it just it's like okay, like this is what the Olympics are about. It's magical. Yesterday the marathon, the way they laid out the route, and it was like the women's march of 17 whatever, and that's why it has significance. But by the Champs-Élysées, start at the Louvre, and I'm like, oh my God, like where else can you get that kind of deeper meaning? Like, and you get a history lesson while you're watching modern history being made in sports. It's like explosions going off in my mind. I'm like, this is amazing. So I think hats off to the Paris Olympics. And listen, we know how corrupt the IOC is, but it is still magical when you can bring the entire world, minus Russia, together. And nobody missed them, by the way.
Yeah, good point. Not once was I like, oh man, they're Russian not here. Like, I got to this one text. This is why I had to do that LeBron show at some point, because I could just sit here reading text the rest of the day. So this text comes in, no name on it. It says, Dusty, you can't compare the two Olympic tournaments. The original Dream Team paved the way for international talent to come to the NBA. And Jordan went into camp not as the guy. More on that in a second. LeBron did. Jordan took the mantle over on that team. His legacy on that team was not in the tournament. It was in the practices leading up to the tournament, or the practice games where they lost to a college team. That one? Was that, 92 lost to a college team?
Which one?
That must have been where the legacy was laid out. Here's the thing. Don't try to tell me that Michael Jordan wasn't the guy going onto that team. Who was the guy? Larry Bird, who was in his final season in the NBA? Who was the guy? Magic Johnson? Magic wasn't even playing in the NBA at this time.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan had won 2 MVPs. Somebody's going to text in today. They're going to go, well, MJ wasn't the guy on that team. He won. He was the back-to-back MVP, but he wasn't the guy on the team. Says LeBron was the guy on the team. When they went into camp, people were like, oh, what type of role? There was a story out there that they weren't even considering. Maybe he wasn't even going to start on this team. LeBron. But yeah, he was the guy, but MJ wasn't, who'd won 2 MVPs in a row, was in his prime, please. This is what I'm talking about. Like, this is what I'm talking about.
Do we have another hour?
Yeah, Michael Jordan wasn't the guy.
He was the guy.
He was the back-to-back MVP.
He was the guy.
And yes, Bird and Magic were on those teams, but Magic was done playing in the NBA. He wouldn't play again for like 4 years. And Bird was in his final season. He retired. Like, come on, you guys.
Filthy.
It's so, like, stop stretching. Like, these are facts. Sorry, wrong. You're wrong.
Filthy in the nasty chat. I like this. LeBron called himself the GOAT. Jordan never had to, but thanks for playing. Maybe not publicly.
You know people who know Michael. Like, he made an entire documentary about how great he was. Like, let's calm down.
Yeah. I understand where you're coming from, Filthy, but Michael knows who Michael is.
Anyway, but trying to tell me that MJ was not the guy when he was the back-to-back MVP. I got no time for it. It's ridiculous. Whew. All right, let's get to
Michael, pardon me, LeBron and Tom.
Yeah.
The best ever to do it. And Tiger. We are fortunate that we got to grow up watching them. They have surpassed and have reset the bar. They're the guys.
Well, it's funny
because it's very simple. And I know we're reluctant, some of us, to admit that, but they did. Tom Brady's the best quarterback of all time. LeBron James, best basketball player of all time.
Oh, I convinced you today.
No,
you already thought that way.
You look at the track record, and then Tiger is Tiger. Like, listen, best hockey player of all time, still Wayne.
Undoubtedly.
Yes.
You know what?
And if you're going to give me a Bobby or Gordie Howe, I respect it, but I will politely be like, neither one of those guys scored 900, and neither one of those guys got to 2,000 points. Those are the GOATs.
Like Wayne
Simple
Gretzky, anytime I saw a list pop up the other day where there's like, Michael Jordan is great. Wayne Gretzky could have not scored a goal and have been the all-time, like, MJ's not the all-time leading scorer in the history of the game. It's not even top 2. Like, Wayne Gretzky's records are untouchable. Like, Gretzky it drives me crazy that even south of the border, and I know it's hockey, I get it, but how do you not have Wayne Gretzky as the greatest of all time? Like, in the whole scheme of things, just look at how much he crushed the opposition by. It's ridiculous. GOAT.
Well, it's
GOAT.
Yeah.
GOAT.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous. All right.
The show's over.
I know. It flew by. Real fun show today.
That was.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for being here, Tommy.
No problem.
We appreciate it.
I had a great time.
Yeah. No, it was a lot of fun. Let's get into the wrap for William Huff. If you want anything you do to look awesome, Bruce and the team at William Huff will get it done. Anytime you see anywhere. I think I saw Bruce yesterday down at the game. It was like the BC Lions around. You saw Bruce down at the sidelines and stuff.
He's a great guy.
All right, what did we learn on the show today, guys? What do we got?
Me first. You put the pressure on me.
They always call to me first, and I'm never ready.
How do you do? I don't know.
I know. I always forget to take notes. What did I learn? I learned that the song is a banger, and it's actually better than the original.
It's great.
And I learned a few things in that song because I had to jet that night. But yeah, that was a great job, Dusty. I learned you're a lyrical genius, and I look forward to what's next.
Came together really
in
nice.
the multiverse.
You're a poet.
You're an artist
The
in another
response
world.
was really nice. The response was really nice. Could it be an Esty? Who knows?
Yep.
I mean, it's right up
Perhaps.
there. Dallas from Nelson's got some bangers.
Yeah, he's got
John
some
T.
good ones.
Victoria, obviously a legend. Actually, let's get to your sound of the day right now. Let's hit it one more time.
nasty bash was awesome. So let's remember it with this song. The EST on Corey B. Tattoos still looking strong. 6:30 it wasn't working, so old Smash said so long. AM Nasty C and Frazier yelling, turn your headlights on. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tommy met a new girl heading out the door. No homology stripping, his shirt just hit the floor. Oh my, good lord. Someone pour me birdie booze on a shot ski. Now you know Reed Wilkins was a mystery. X-Ray J's pants got a little pissy. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. 6 o'clockers right and left. Let me pour it on your head. Moment we won't soon forget. Hey Norm, Fergie's backwards let us in. Made the last table again. Wrote it out till 2 a.m. Oh Lord. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tommy met a new girl heading out the door. No homology stripping, his shirt just hit the floor. Oh my, good lord. Someone pour me birdie booze on a shot ski. Now you know Reed Wilkins was a mystery. X-Ray J's pants got a little pissy. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. Everybody at the bash was a nasty. Everybody at the bash was a nasty.
That is your sound of the day and the song of the summer, which is good because we're only partway through summer. So we can play that a little bit more. Text of the day today just came in from Martin. I love it. This is really good. Text of the day for A&W. They got a great deal going on right now. How about this? Mama Burger combo and a kids pack for just $12.49. That's a Mama Burger, fries, regular root beer, kids buddy burger, little side of apple slices, the made good granola bar, and a milk, all for just $12.49. Hurry in. Offer available. Limited time only. Participating A&Ws. Martin says, I do love this. How many kids have been named Michael since Jordan came onto the scene compared to how many kids are named LeBron?
Stop it.
Checkmate, Dusty. Like, that's a great text. Trev, you track this guy down, Martin? All right.
Yeah,
Martin,
okay.
how many kids have been named Michael since Jordan came on the scene compared to how many kids are named LeBron? Checkmate. End of discussion. End of conversation. Just want to have the conversation, right? That's it.
Let me talk about
Good conversation there. Tommy, this was fun today, buddy.
Yes.
Good to be back. We'll be back on Oil Stream today. Yeah, that was a fun one. Trev, good show. Good show. We'll get that phone thing figured out. We'll get that
Blame
sorted.
Matthew. He's here.
Yeah, he's here. He's ready to go. Hang out. Strong contender for show of the year. Hang out. It's ready to go here coming up at 9 o'clock. I'll be back with the Lock Shop at 11. Oil Stream at noon today right here on EST. Huge shout out to our presenting partner over at South Ford Chev. Check them out, www.southfordchev.com. Have a great day. Take it easy.